Hello, chat.
No!
How are we doing
Tornado
today?
warning for Central
God.
Gregg County in northeastern Texas,
Oh my.
southwestern Harrison County in northeastern Texas.
Guys are so nuts.
This is
Boys.
watermelon hail.
I'm gonna lock in. Doesn't look like it may not be on the ground right now, so Dick Worsham. Dude, I can't. I just can't with that name.
Oh!
10,000.
No!
10,001. 2. It just keeps going. It's like a clock.
How are you doing tonight, Phoenix of the Gods? Hello, chat.
Oh my! Not what I was saying.
Look at this.
Looks like it's starting to rope out a little bit, Edgar. This is crazy.
Wow! Look at that.
At Angela Holmes 927 super chatted $6.78. Well done, guys. Love
I
from
can't
me.
even with this right now, guys. Like, what is this? Brad is out front. Brad is getting a strong lead. Here comes number 7, right on the side. Number 14 are making a push. Number 7. Oh my God! Number 1 is going down to the end. Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, dude.
Like, oh, okay, here we go.
Hey, who's this girl in the back, bro? She's just sitting here, just hadn't said a dang word, just staring at us.
That's my girlfriend.
Oh,
Dave, hold your mic button down.
What's up?
wait, what's your username? Hold on. Was that Lactatia?
It's Letitia.
Come on, chat. Let's get the hype going. Let's go. And now, the
3,
local on
2,
the hour.
1, go!
All right, putting the socks on. We're locked and loaded here. I mean, Boat Guy. Phil, you're behind Boat Guy. He's going to get you through this. People in the chat are loving Boat Guy. Jess, Ginger Ninja, the return of the boat. Andrew Johnson, you can always trust the guy with the boat. I'm telling you, this guy, Eric Gray, that guy is going fishing no matter what. Right. If there was something I forgot to do something. And now, your local on the Meower. You know what, let's just go. We're going. If I forgot something, whatever.
The following program is a production of the Stormfront Freaks Network.
In a world
Let's go.
where tornadoes and hurricanes
Uh-oh, Mr. Storm.
and blizzards run rampant, destroying everything in their path. One man, no, and one team of freaks stands in their way, covering it all on one show.
We have a confirmed tornado.
From afar and from up close. That man is Storm Cat 5. That team is the Stormfront Freaks. And that show, this show, is Outbreak. And Outbreak starts in 10, 9.
I played the wrong intro.
8.
Count it down.
7.
I'm gonna get copyright strike for this.
6.
That's so chalk.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Oh no. The buttons aren't working. Oh, this is so chalk. Hold on. There we go. Boom. Welcome to a special edition of the Big Weather Show. We are live and we are cooking right now. We got cameras all across the country here. We're going to track some severe weather. The chat is absolutely popping off right now. We are tracking a line of storms moving through Texas. We're going to talk about those storms. We're going to have a good time. Who knows what we're going to do? We're going to be watching those storms, and we might play a little Outbreak. We might do some shenanigans. Who knows what's going to happen, chat? What I want you to do right now, I need... Can anyone hear me?
A new severe thunderstorm warning has
Please tell me you guys can hear me. Someone say in chat if you can hear me. Hello? Okay, we're good. I don't know what happened. My screen, I'm frozen. Okay, wait, am I still frozen? Chat, help me out. This is insane. You froze for a bit. Okay, I'm back. Better. We're locked in. We are absolutely locked and loaded here on the Big Weather Show. We're going to talk about these storms that we're tracking right now. A little thrown off. Okay, there we go. The graphics are up and running. Let's first take a look. We got Stu and Dan. I'm going to bring you guys in just a second here. Let's just take a look at what we got cooking right now. We've got a line of storms moving through the southeast. I've been telling you for days, if you've been watching the graphics I've been putting out, been telling you for days, severe weather was back, and that is exactly what we have cooking right now. Look at this line of storms. That goes from Texarkana all the way down to Shreveport, all the way through San Antonio. And we do have a tornado warning that was just issued just west of Shreveport. That includes Longview and also just to the west of Marshall. So this is a new tornado warning. Let's get nice and personal here on this tornado. Whoa! You see that right there? That is beautiful. High def radar imagery there from Weatherfront. And look at that right there. See that? What is that, guys? Chat, you know it if you see it. Once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. Here is that. What is that, guys? That is a notch. And we know here on Outbreak that notches make NATOs. There's a little notch. Let's take a look at the velocity here as well. I would not be shocked to see something. Okay, that's enough. That's enough, chat, to give us a warning. A little bit of a notch, a little bit of a kink in the line where you got winds. The winds are going like this, right? Wrapping in there. And then they're also kind of wrapping in there. Where you see the red touching the green. Once again, let's draw it in red and green here. Wind going this way. And then we got red, wind coming in this way. Where those two winds meet, there's your rotation. There's your little knob of potential rotation right there. So if you're in Halesville, Hallsville, this storm's coming right at you. I don't necessarily think there's anything on the ground quite yet. Let's go ahead and check, and then I'm going to bring in Brother Dan as well. Okay, good news. No debris signature on this particular storm. So it is tornado warned. There's no indication that this thing is on the ground just yet. Let's look at the warning weather radar, or the National Weather Service here. This warning was just issued right as we went live a couple minutes ago. And, oh no, I'm trying to click on it. There we go. So the National Weather Service has just issued this new warning It's a radar indicated tornado warning. So what does that mean? That means no one has seen this thing on the ground, but this is a storm that is potentially capable of producing a tornado. So if you are in that area, I don't think we have anyone in that area. Chat, if you are in Texas right now, raise your hand. Let's get an idea about our Texas brethren. Who do we have in Texas right now in the chat? And as I do that, we're going to go ahead and bring in Agent Dan and Stu. Welcome to the program. Brother Dan, I'm going to start with you. You got the hat on, and tell you what, we've got some tornado warnings today that we're watching with this particular storm. And how far west are you of this, Dan? You're not anywhere near this, are you?
No, we're pretty far west from there.
Fantastic. Fantastic news. And this line of storms came through earlier today. Let's just back it up here, Dan. Was it a little bit of a noisy morning here in Texas?
It was. There was some lightning and some thunder and a lot of rain.
Ooh. Well, I think our Texas brother, there. Look at that, guys. That was that line early this morning that swept through Texas. So if you're a Texas brethren, let me know in chat. Oh no, someone's grumpy in chat. That's not good. That's not good at all. Hey, guys, everyone take a chill pill. Okay, we're all gonna get through this together. We're all vibing together here. Let's all have a good time. So this is early this morning. That line rolled through, and look at all that lightning, guys. Oh my goodness, that lightning was cooking this morning over Dallas. And Dan, you said it was a noisy morning. It was a wet morning. It was a moist morning. But luckily, it doesn't look like we had any tornado warnings for the Dallas Metro. Is that correct?
Yeah, I didn't see anything. There was a small severe thunderstorm warning for a brief period, but nothing too crazy.
Fantastic. Also, Dan, there's a little bit of I hear a little bit of buzzing in the mic, by the way. Stu, bringing you in, brother. Are you seeing anything right now? So we do have this new tornado warning that was just issued just a little bit ago. I'm going to give you guys the big picture here. We're going to take a look at the coverage here. We're then going to go to some cameras as well. Are you seeing anything, Stu, about this warning that concerns you in terms of either the velocity, the rotation? Do you see anything that's super concerning with this?
So obviously we all know notches make NATOs, but I haven't seen anything pop up on correlation coefficient at this time. But if you are in this warning or even ahead of it, and really anywhere ahead of this line, you should definitely be paying attention to your local news sources, making sure that if you do get under a tornado warning, that you get to shelter as soon as possible. Because these, we call them QLCS tornadoes, basically just these small tornadoes that can come from a line of storms. They can be really fast hitting, and they can just go down and come up really fast. So you need to just make sure that you are at least near shelter in advance of this line.
That's right. Yeah, good advice there. And you can see this is a rotation. This is an incredibly concerning, but this is absolutely spinning like a top. Guys, there's your notch. You can see you got green once again going this way and winds going this way. That is big time spinning action. And they just have trimmed the warning here. So it's still a radar indicated tornado warning in Texas. Once again, let me zoom out and show you. This is all in far eastern Texas, right along that border. The Louisiana-Texas border is where we said the worst threat would be. And if I take a look at the camera right here, this is a camera near Texarkana. So we're looking at, this is just to the north of where that warning is. You can see some heavy rain falling. This is a massive camera here, massive W to our rail fan brethren here for giving us access to this. This is just north of where that warning is, maybe about 20 to 30 miles north. So we're not going to get any picture of the tornado with this camera, but you can see here rain falling, moist conditions, and this was the same line that rolled through Texas early this morning. So once again, if you're in Texas, brethren, let me know in chat. I want to hear from you right now. Let's see who we got in chat. We got the regulars, a lot of the regulars chiming in right now. And if you're a Texas brethren, raise your hand. Let me know. Check in. If you're a Louisiana brethren, let me know. Check in. If you're an Arkansas brethren, let me know. Check in the chat. I want to hear from you guys to know who we got and where you guys are at. So let's go. Let's get the chat check-in right there. Oh my goodness. Darlene Boyles is back for more. Darlene, hopefully you saw that clip. You had an epic moment on stream 2 days ago. I tell you what. And I'll say this. I still laugh every time I think about this crazy clip. It was an unbelievable donation. Jar, checking in from West Virginia. Carly, checking in from the United Kingdom. What's up, Henny? How we doing? Lady D. Oh, Lady D, not from those parts. Let me know. Check in the chat and tell me where you're checking in from. Let's see who we got and where they're checking in from. But a lot of the regulars are representing in a major way. We still got the fire here in the chat room, keeping things nice and warm. Okay, nice and warm. We got Joshua checking in from New York. Hannah, Iowa, paging Dr. Harris. You've been calling me a doctor, Brother Rob. I don't understand how we're doing that. But anyway, Michigan, Florida, we got the regulars all across the country here. Arizona as well. So we're going to keep an eye on this tornado warning here. Also, let's go to the big radar. Let me just show you what we got cooking, guys, because we got storms. This is kind of the first little gasp of severe weather. This is not going to be a widespread outbreak. You are going to see over the next several hours a lot of these little kinks in the line, and you're going to have a couple of tornado warnings that do spin up, maybe something that drops. But look at this, guys. This line of storms, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings on the northern side, and then some special weather statements. There comes another one in right there. Some more special weather statements on the southern side here, just to the east of San Antonio. This is a little bit of a nasty storm down here, just east of there. So if you're in the Floresville, I don't think we got a lot of Texas brother in the chat. I don't see a lot of Texas brethren. I don't know, Dan or okay. Yeah, there's some chalkness going on in the chat right now. Minnesota, Amanda's checking in from Minnesota. So our Texas brother, and we'll keep watching these storms. But there's one too, just to the south of College Station. These storms on the southern side of this line are a little bit more isolated right here. You'll notice these storms. We're going to zoom in here so you guys can see a little bit better. These storms just to the south, these are starting to look a little isolated, which means they could have a better chance at producing tornadoes. So Houston, you guys are under this tornado watch. Let me zoom out and show you. This is a tornado watch that was issued pretty much right before we went on. And it covers a huge area from Shreveport all the way down through Houston, Galveston, Bay City. It does not include Victoria, but that watch goes for another 4 hours. So, we're not in the clear just yet. Things are just kind of ramping up right along that border. I would not be shocked if we eventually, if things pop off here, I would not be shocked if we see that tornado warning or tornado watch extended to the east. We got Andy checking in the chat. Joshua, Barmac, Rob, Mama G. The regulars are all over this stream, and you got to love it here. So we're going to keep watching this tornado warning. We only have one, though. At this point, we have one tornado warning, and that is just to the west of Shreveport. We do have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. Jefferson through Longview, and then even down into Cushing. And how do you pronounce that? Okay. Dan, you want to go ahead? Dan, let's have Dan try and pronounce this town name. Dan, how do you pronounce that town?
That's Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches?
Yeah.
That is not what I was going to say.
I can confirm it is Nacogdoches.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I'm pretty sure there's another Nacogdoches in Louisiana. I could be wrong.
Okay, interesting. That is a very interesting town name. You're just to the west of a severe thunderstorm warning. And that storm's coming your way. These winds, 60 miles an hour. Nothing too concerning at this point. The biggest concern is if you see any little notches develop, right? There's actually a little bit of a notch right below this warning. That has my attention. Going a little bit further south, there's nothing really in this line just yet that has my attention. But if we go a little bit further south, these storms to the south, especially this one near Victoria, which, Dan, this is where we went down and chased. If you can call it that. We didn't really chase down there, but we just went to the beach. This storm does have my attention here. It was just severe thunderstorm warned, winds to 60 miles an hour. But the big thing here is you can see it's by itself. So this storm is completely by itself down here. Hasn't merged yet with that big line. It will eventually, but while it hasn't merged, it's got a shot. So let's take a look at the velocity here. Let's just get to the street level. Yeah, look at that. Look at that hail core, guys. Whoa, look at that. Nice juicy storm moving right towards Cuero and Westhoff. Let's take a look at the velocity. See if there's anything. Okay, it looks pretty straight line to me, guys. Looks pretty straight line to me. So I wouldn't be too concerned about this particular storm just yet. The winds are the worst part, but for now we are cooking. So let's show you the broad picture here and show you why are we live? What's the reason? Stu, maybe you can keep an eye on that tornado warning, and then Dan, if you see anything else pop up, let me know.
There's
we're gonna
just
go to the big. Go
there's
ahead,
just
Stu.
one thing I want to note. So along our main line of storms is some isolated kind of just like rainy cells right now. So this is going to be northeast of Corpus Christi, southwest of the Houston metro. These storms I'm going to be watching the most because along our main line of storms in the south is an outflow boundary. And what can happen with those storms that are out ahead, we call them prefrontals because they're before the front comes through. That outflow boundary can interact with those storms, cause their updrafts to rise even more. And if they attach to that outflow boundary, we can get some quick spin up tornadoes, and some storms even latch on to the outflow boundary for an extended period of time, and we get longer track tornadoes. Now, I don't think that's going to happen today, but I would not be surprised to see a couple isolated tornadoes near the Houston metro due to that outflow boundary ahead of the main line.
Yeah, that's right. You guys, you can see what he was talking about right in here. These storms, these kind of little bitty, I mean, they're just like, I wouldn't even call them storms just yet, but they are out in front of the line. Anytime you're looking for potential tornadoes, you want storms to be by themselves. You want them to be the only person at the party, right? Because if they're in a big mosh pit, it's over, right? Because you're not doing some dance moves of the mosh pit, right? You're just jumping up and down in a big circle. But if you are out by yourself on the dance floor, you got room to move, right? And that's exactly what these storms, if you call them that, is they've got some room to move. They've got some room to do their own thing, and that allows them to potentially get going and have a little bit more rotation. Now, the big question is today, will these storms at all, will they get going? And right now, they're just not. And it's until the storms actually get organized, become storms, start developing some updrafts, some lightning is another indicator of a storm starting to strengthen, then they're going to have my attention. The storms behind them as well. These are also kind of in the main line. Those also could spin up. So we'll have to watch both of that action, especially as it pushes to the east, because these storms are starting to move into an area of better moisture, better lift, and also better rotation. So that's one of the big things that going to have to watch as these go off to the east. Let's go ahead and go full, and I'm going to show you what we got cooking today. Let's keep an eye on that tornado warning. We'll look at back in just a second here. This is the outlook for today. This is the convective outlook that we're looking at. Now, what does this mean, right? Well, the yellow right in there, that is a 2 out of 5 risk. So, not like a slam dunk. Today is not a slam dunk type of day. It is a pretty decent risk for February. And we do have this bigger green area that is a 1 out of 5. That's a marginal risk. And, marginal, not that bad. So if you are in San Antonio, you need to be paying attention, but the risk isn't as significant as it is right along, in places like Houston, Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, and this only is going to go downhill over the next several hours here. That's right. Beans HHR, the model, has some supercells, some cells kind of popping. Sometimes the HRRR does overdoes it here, right along that border. But this is
the National Weather Service has issued a new.
We got a new tornado warning. Hold on.
Tornado warning for southwestern Harrison County in northeastern Texas.
Let's take a look. All right, we got a new tornado warning here that just went off, and it is an extension of our existing warning. So they've just extended that warning. You can see, look at that, guys. There it is. A little bit of a notch right there. Still a radar indicated tornado warning. So look at that on the screen. That means the National Weather Service has had enough information on radar to be able to say, okay, this thing could be on the ground. We're not sure, but we've got enough information to say it could potentially be on the ground here and enough to extend the warning here. So they did just extend this warning. Once again, if you'll notice the language, let me get my drawing tool out. That's probably going to freeze my stream and cause it to crash, but that's definitely worth it to at least draw on the screen. Let's change it to blue here. Right in here, guys. If you'll take a look, capable of producing a tornado. So that's the language here that they're using. That means there's nothing on the ground just yet, but it does mean there's something could be on the ground. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the velocity here. I'm going to bring back in Stu and Dan as well. Are you guys seeing anything just first pass here that concerns you?
Let me look. Hold on.
Not much.
Not much at the moment.
Yeah, the velocity, the couplet definitely died down a little bit. I am kind of getting concerned about on the more northern end of this, towards Jefferson, Texas. This is just north of that warning. That possibly something might spin up there eventually, just because of how curved it is up there. But as of right now, nothing looks too suspicious.
Yeah, I would agree with that, guys. If we take a look at the velocity here, this was the couplet, let's say about 7 minutes ago. This is when they reissued the warnings. You can see here near Hallsville, right there, that caused them to extend this warning. You can see, look at that. Yep, a little bit of an uptick in the couplet right there. But then look at this thing just die, gone. That's what you can expect with these types of lines. You'll get a couplet that'll form, and then it'll quickly evaporate. And that's exactly what just happened here. So if there was a tornado, it would have been a couple of minutes ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes ago. But now, nothing, right? I would be shocked if there was anything on the ground with this particular storm at the moment. Let's just double check the correlation coefficient here. Let's take a look.
At Carad4 super chatted $9.99. I hear Brady is secretly a specialty doctor. Smiley face emoji.
Dang you, Kara. Oh my gosh. I'm not a doctor. Stop calling me a doctor.
Dr. Harris.
No, I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm just not.
You need to get some scrubs.
Chat. No, stop, bro. Brian, stop. This is so chalked, bro. Okay. Let's take a look. Hey, this is why you watch the stream, okay? You can get it. This is called weathertainment, okay? You get a good mix of weather and then a good little mix of entertainment too. That is absolutely chalked. Amanda says paging Dr. Harris. No, I'm not a doctor, Amanda. I'm just not. You do not want me as your doctor. I am chalked. I can't drive. I can't operate. I can't do anything. Here's a correlation coefficient here. Nothing. Maybe, no, that's just noise, guys. Just noise. That is, the good news is here, I do not think anything is on the ground. But once again, nonetheless, the National Weather Service saw enough to warn it. But now it's just, it's pretty much died. You can see the hook right there, the notch is not well defined. So when the notch, when we say notches make NATOs, this is more like a, kind of a notch, like a mid notch, like a meh notch. So when you see a meh notch, when it doesn't look like a ball, just unbelievable. Oh no.
$9.99. When the warning expires, Brady, check Discord, please. Red heart
emoji. Oh no, I'm scared. Darlene, massive W to Darlene Boyles. I'm a little scared though, Darlene. I'm a little scared to check Discord. Stu, maybe you can check it first.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we'll check it in a little bit. Okay. Unbelievable. All right, massive W there to Sister Darlene, who is absolutely crushing it right now. We will continue looking at this. We do have another severe thunderstorm warning. Massive shout out to our mod Mama G, who's posting those warnings in chat. Carly as well has been posting those warnings. So massive shout out to those brethren right there. Let's go back to our camera right now. Let's go see what we got cooking right off kind of in Texarkana that we're looking at. Oh no, it's not working. There we go. This is the camera right now. Still raining and plenty of moisture in the air. A lot of moistness in Texas today. It was a warm day in Texas as well. And now they're dealing with severe weather because of all that moisture and because of that low that's moving through. So Texarkana, you're well north of this warning, but this is the closest visual that I can get to this particular storm. And yeah, it's a little bit of a nasty storm that we got moving through Texas. So if you're in East Texas, brethren, just have your head on a swivel for the next couple of hours. This line is going to quickly move through, and eventually you should be good. Right now, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got one tornado warning. And then these storms are about to move into Louisiana. So if we have any Louisiana brother in the chat, let me know. We've got another epic guest joining us right now. Let's bring him in right now. We got Storm Chaser Edgar O'Neill. Edgar, brother, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing, sir?
Edgar, this is absolutely wonderful. How are you doing on this wonderful Saturday afternoon?
It's great, spent the morning with my wife. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Yeah, and then she actually she's actually going to Florida. She's actually going to be where the severe threat is tomorrow. I don't think she'll be chasing, though. Yeah, so I did that, and then now it's just like raining pretty heavily here in Oklahoma City. Just kind of been hunkering down inside, and then, always happy to get to see my brother Brady on stream.
Oh, absolutely. We love Edgar. Every time you come on, it is unbelievable. Guys, let's spam W Edgar. We love Edgar. Whatever in chat. I want to see the chat absolutely light up like the 4th of July. So Edgar, you talked about your wife moving in. Could she chase? Like, does she chase on her own?
No, she doesn't chase at all. She won't even go with me. What's funny is she won't even watch my live streams because it scares her. And she's like, I just rather not know what you do. Wow. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Honestly, if she was doing something kind of dangerous, I'd probably, it'd be hard to watch. So, but I get it. But super supportive. Like, she lets me do whatever I want, go chasing. But yeah, she's not going to be out there chasing. I almost was like, I should hop on this flight with you to Jacksonville today so I can chase tomorrow.
You could be cooking. I mean, right now, let's take a look at the radar here as we kind of bring this in. If tomorrow is like today, you could get some little spin ups. This is the line. This is the action Edgar was talking about in Oklahoma City here. They did get some rain earlier today. Let's just put this in motion here. Let's go back. They got heavy rain overnight. This loop doesn't show it, but watch what's going on right now, Edgar. This is an interesting little feature here. We talked about the potential of maybe getting some cold air funnels. Stu brought that up on stream a couple of streams ago. And look at this, Edgar. I mean,
I get a little cold core set up. So if you go in there on the map, you see where that storm is by the O?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I live. See where it says Piedmont? Right there. That's me, brother.
Look at
so that's what we just had that little ripper come through. I mean, it was just a really heavy rain shower, but there could be some cold core funnels out there. You never know. You never say
never.
Never say never. I mean, I wouldn't bet on it, but it's a possibility today for sure.
I mean, I'll say this, Edgar. I feel like this has got to beat snow, right? Like, you guys are getting in on some storm action here in Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah.
This is kind of the kickoff, right? This is the first quarter of the long severe weather season. But did you see lightning and thunder with these storms too?
I didn't actually. I wasn't looking outside, but I didn't hear any thunder. It was raining really heavily. I mean, I live right next to a little retention, like a little runoff ditch, and I mean, it was really full. So it was some heavy rainfall coming down here for a minute. Didn't really hear any thunder or lightning with it. Is there any lightning little guys in there?
Yeah. There's some, especially with this.
The northern. That's storms. That up there is a little bit further away from me. But I bet that one to the north looks like I'll get some thunder. I mean, hopefully we can experience that here on stream. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. And there's not a ton of rotation with this, but I mean, there's a little bit of near Kingfisher. I mean, you got a little special weather statement there. Winds up to 30. We are not expecting a widespread, even like a significant tornado threat to evolve here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma in general. You could get some cold air funnels, right? You could get some the cold air set up, right? And that could be enough to drop a little. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, it's always a possibility. You could. I think we could. I mean, listen, if you all of a sudden just see me bolt out of this studio and go run outside and start looking up, I'll make sure I video it with my phone and send it to you.
The second ever tornado live on stream. The first one was done by you as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that video is coming out soon. Brady, you're in like half of it, bro. That's such a Dan's in it too. Agent Dan's gonna be in that video because it's like we took some from the live stream, so that's gonna be pretty fun.
Oh, we love that. Agent Dan, you need first of all, you have your own YouTube. You need to have your own like 24 hours a day Dan. They call it the Dan Cam. Dan, I can tell you,
the Dan Cam.
I think I would bore people.
I don't think so at all.
You have one of the jokes, Dan.
Exactly. Guys, what do we think, chat? Let us know. New poll in chat. as I put this poll out, what do you think, chat? Do you want the Dan cam? You're going to say vote yes or no. As I do that, Edgar, I'm going to bring us down here to this tornado warning that we had that was just extended. And let's just go back here to the last. Let's go back here to the last hour. And just, Edgar, give me your
sure.
thoughts of, was there, do you think there was anything on the ground with this? Or is it just, is it just like a quick spin up here?
I mean, so yeah, actually, like right before it got to, was that Hallsville?
Yeah.
It looks like, I mean, you can see that little, like, just that really typical QLCS, like, velocity signature that you see there. It looks like a little, like, hook going up. I'm sure if you probably saw a little tiny appendage if you were over on reflectivity there. And you guys know, and I think, I'm sure most of your stream also knows that these types of tornadoes can be very quick, right? I mean, when you have like a big line of storms like this and they get a little quick spin up. I mean, literally, I've seen them before. I mean, it's on the ground like, for a 5-second count and then it's up again. So I think it's very possible, looking at how that looked there for a minute, right as it was going just to the north of Hallsville there, that there was a tornado in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was why they ultimately extended that warning, guys. But now, in its current state, this warning is not going to be extended. I can pretty confidently say there's nothing on the ground anymore, right? If it was, it's gone. But let's take a look at the reflectivity to Edgar's point here. The notch, guys. We look for notches here. We know
notches.
That's right. That's right. Notches make NATOs. Look at that. See that?
There it is.
Notch. A little nub, right? Looks like a little pirate hook. And exactly. We're cooking here. We're gonna have to get a clean R, and I'm gonna have to put that. I'm making a soundboard for Capucci. We got what was Capucci's thing, Stu? Or no, Dan? You called it out.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
For Edgar, we're gonna get the R symbol. We'll get some other sound effects from you, Edgar. We can just play as we go. You can see here though. The line is starting to win out now. Sometimes you get a right mover. Oh no!
Super chatted $5.
Oh no!
This is for Matthew Capu.
What's happening, Brady?
Please.
And Agent Dan, Stu 2.
Okay.
And whoever else wants it. The Tornado 2.
I'll take it.
All right.
There we go.
Massive shout out to R. Peterson. I thought that was going to be way worse. I thought that was going to go on for at least 5 minutes here with how many O's were there. But you can see, guys, on radar here, the reflectivity, this is the radar that we're looking at, and the notch is gone. It's now just a blob of rain. And when you get that blob of rain like that, you cooked. The tornado threat's pretty much cooked right now.
It is. But, like I wouldn't be surprised if there were some other spots in the line that pop out and do a quick little QLCS tornado like that as well. Maybe down there to the south where that bow is. That looks a little interesting from zoomed out there by. I'm not even going to pronounce that name of that town there, Brady.
Nacogdoches.
Pretty close.
That's why I didn't want to say it. I look at that.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Not attempting that at all, brother.
Is that how it's pronounced? Naca what?
Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches. Not Nacogdoches, Brady. Nacogdoches, bro.
Okay, listen. That was how it was spelled. So
listen,
that's my fault.
That's the way I heard it in my head. So I'm not blaming you at all, dude.
Yeah, listen. I'm a very visual. No, chat. We're moving on. Chat, just move on. No, Darlene, we're not laughing. Darlene is all over the place today.
Yeah, spam Nacogdoches in the chat, guys.
No, that's not good. We're moving on.
Don't do that, bro. No.
We're moving on.
Stu's like, bro, you're not helping here. You're not helping. Listen. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm a bad influence on this stream. Okay,
it's okay.
It's kind of what happens here.
Some of the most epic moments have happened when you're here, Edgar. So
absolutely.
Let's take a look at this now. Down. We're going to take a look a little bit further to the south here near Houston.
Ooh.
Some storms marching to the east here.
Got to tail in Charlie there.
That's right. This thing is absolutely.
Hailer, bro.
Yeah. Whoa. Near Victoria. Look at this storm, guys. Look at this hail core. Let's go to a closer radar here. Look at that, guys.
Oh, dang.
Cuero. Like the what is that? Like the tequila. They're about to get absolutely hammered there in Cuero. It's a old-fashioned hammer job, like local man would say here, they're about to get some hail. I wouldn't be shocked if this hail, right now the warning is at
1.5. Yeah,
it's gotta be bigger than that.
Can you pull up correlation coefficient? I want to see something.
Let's do it.
See if it's showing up on there.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at that hail spike.
That's a nice little hail spike. I wouldn't be surprised if that's 2+ inches in there. Maybe you could. I bet there's a few rogue stones in there over 2 inches. How far away is that radar site though? Where are we at?
Oh my goodness! Look at that hail spike. So where's the radar site? The radar's down here. Okay, guys, look at this freaking hail spike. This is. I think someone in chat brought this up. So massive W the chat. Look at that, guys, right there. Edgar, do you want to explain what a hail spike is that we're looking at on radar?
Yeah, so if you guys don't know what correlation coefficient is, it basically picks up like the easiest way to think about it is debris in the air, right? And sometimes when you have really big hail, you can pick up a nice little debris. A lot of times people report false tornadoes from that, so you gotta kind of understand like, when it's a hail spike versus when it's not. But that clearly, if you look at when we looked at the reflectivity there, you could also see the hail core in there. But yeah, it's just it's just a radar picking up massive hail on there. Yeah, it's just a lot. Look at Connor's mouth.
We're in the Cat 5 classroom here. I've been waiting to use this for a second. Go ahead, Stu.
Use the San Antonio radar. It gives you an even better look.
Whoa.
It might have a less in the path there.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that. Look how dark that hail spike gets there.
There it is.
That storm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Guys, this is pretty epic. So we're in the Cat 5 classroom right here. Connor is sitting here with his bum knee, and he B minus, or is that a B plus? Welcome
to
the channel. Little B plus there. Connor, he did good on the test here. The question to Connor that I would ask is, what is this? That right there is your hail spike. Also, I don't know why there's flames in the classroom. That seems a little bit of like a fire hazard, but it's okay. This is your hail spike. Here's your storm. To Edgar's point, the radar beam is all the way up here in San Antonio, and it shoots out. When it shoots out, it hits the storm. When it hits the particles high in the air, it spreads out or kind of refracts off that, especially when you have massive baseball or whatever sized hail. It hits that hail and then kind of refracts through it, and then that's where you get this hail spike. So that can happen in storms with big hail or a lot of hail, and you can see when that radar beam shoots out, hits the storm, and then it keeps going, and it kind of bends through the hail a little bit, changes the signal, and that's how you get that hail spike right there. So near Yorktown, you got absolutely, unbelievably, it's either a lot of hail or it's big time hail. We'll have to keep watching that.
Yeah. Good explanation. Thank you for taking us to class, Brady. I appreciate that. You took us to the class. We were in the classroom. I love it.
I know. And the fire is a little bit of like I talked to one of my teacher brother, and they're like, yeah, we wouldn't really have fire in the classroom. That's a little bit of a hazard. But I have it because it keeps me nice and warm here.
I think that's okay.
Yeah, okay. So they have officially dropped the tornado warning here. So we currently have 0 tornado warnings. Let's go check in back at our cam as well. Yeah, not showing anything. Not really showing much. Whoa, what is that? Is that a tat?
It's a finger fist, bro.
What do you do with that?
It's just a finger fist. Or you can be like, hey. I'm not shooting a bird, really, guys. I'm saying peace. See? It's peace.
What's happening?
It's peace, guys. It's peace.
I'll be honest. That is a little bit disturbing to me.
Is it a little crazy?
It's a little disturbing because it's like the visual of having a hand on top of your hand. It's a little shocking.
What about this? Does this shock you?
You're welcome, Grant. Yeah, that's gonna give me nightmares. That is gonna give me.
Stu said it's chalked.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, it is, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Paul coming in hot. Is that chalked? Is the finger? What do you call those? What do you call?
I don't know, like finger hands. I don't know, hand fingers. I want them at a Dave and Buster's, man. I want them at a Dave and Buster's. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, I never get enough tickets at Dave and Buster's to get going.
If you're not getting enough tickets for that, I think you're bad at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, these are like 5 tickets, bro. Like 5.
I don't know. I can't do it. New poll coming in hot. The results of the previous poll. Do you want the Dan cam? 64% of the chat said yes. 20% said chalked but yes, and only 16%, which is almost a record low, said no. So the people they clearly want the Dan cam. So Dan, you're going to make that happen, right?
I will look at sourcing it.
Fantastic.
I think it should be the Dan Damn Cam.
I would agree.
That just has like a really good ring to it. I mean,
I would agree with that as well. Wow, Jordan just went live. Unbelievable. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, Jordan's live too?
Apparently, yeah. Apparently he's chasing.
He's out there driving in the rain.
Setup. He's got to be.
There's a few people out there chasing that today.
Yeah, there is. I think Paige is out there. Ryan, Jordan now as well. So a little bit. Getting on some early season action right here, guys. This camera that we got, this is near Texarkana. So even further north. Wait, is this the same camera that I just pulled up? No, it's not. This is further north. Okay, I was wrong. This camera that I was looking at, was not in Texarkana. This is in Big Sandy. So this is actually a little bit closer to our storms that are moving through. So we'll keep an eye on that. This is in Texarkana where they're just kind of getting some clouds and really not much rain yet. That will change as we go throughout the next couple of hours. They should get some more rain. Also, I'm a little shocked, like, who named that town, right? Because that town is in one. Is that town in both states, or is it just in one, Dan?
What, Texarkana?
Yeah.
It's kind of on the border, but it's in Texas.
Interesting. Okay. So Texarkana is, let me show you guys where it's at in relation to the line. Texarkana is not in the tornado watch. They are about to get dumped on by some pretty good rain near New Boston. Oh, how confusing. You got New Boston and then Texarkana right next to each other. But that town is fully in Texas. So even though it's called Texarkana,
a new severe
in
thunderstorm
Texas,
warning has been
very
issued.
confusing for me, to be quite honest. I have a hard enough time pronouncing the town name. Oh, and just to the south, you have Atlanta and then Naples also. This is a very confusing part of Northeast Texas.
Yeah, Texas is so big, we just ran out of names, and so we started recycling.
I mean, like, what are we doing here, Texas? This town is named after two states. This town is like the new version of a city in the Northeast. This town is just an exact town name, 200 miles or 500 miles to the east. And then this town is a city name in Florida and also Italy. What are we doing here?
Hey, Brady, it looks like, too, if you go look over there in that line, we have a special weather statement that could be developing into another severe storm over there by right to the west of Hempstead and Chapel Hill. No, that's just in Texas. That's you got another little hailer trying to come up there.
Oh, down in southeast Texas.
Yeah, like if you look at where Hempstead is.
Oh.
Yeah, just northwest of Houston.
Yeah, northwest of Houston. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I wouldn't be surprised if that goes severe eventually too. I've been kind of keeping an eye on it.
Absolutely.
Has a nice little hail core.
These storms, yeah, look at that hail core right there. Guys, you got this hail core down in Cuero, and then up to the north of that near Hempstead, to Edgar's point, that is developing a pretty nasty looking hail core. So we are going to see potentially storms with some kind of, either a lot of hail or some bigger hail move into the northern suburbs of Houston. So if you are in Houston, just get ready. You're going to get some hail. So be ready for that. And then just to the south, here's our big time hail. This is severe warned, still warned for 1.5 inches. And look at that warning. That warning is just like an arrow. This is definitely going to impact this part. So they'll probably extend the warning there as well. But if this storm maintains its track, it's probably going to slam in the southern suburbs of Houston. So if you're in Houston, just get ready. You're going to get some pretty big time hail moving through. This isn't, I don't think we're talking about watermelon, baseball even. I think this is probably lower than that. But
yeah, like golf ball probably.
Golf ball, exactly. Right? You got your pennies, your golf balls, your baseballs, your softballs.
DVDs.
What do you got after that?
DVD. It is literally what they use to measure, which I'm pretty sure half the audience doesn't even know what that is anymore.
Now,
I know.
Is that
hey,
go ahead, Stu.
I know what a DVD is.
Stu knows.
Stu, do you have a DVD?
So I used to have. I do. I have actually the original Star Wars movies on DVD.
Wow. Do you have them here?
They're downstairs somewhere in the basement, but I'm not gonna go looking for that.
Yeah, don't. I was gonna try. And what I've always wondered, whenever I see that like DVD size sales, they're talking about the disc, right? Are they talking about the package?
The disc. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I always forgot.
Brady,
I
one
always
of
forget
the
about that.
one of the things, a little trick you can let your audience know. I think whenever I'm looking at lines of storms like this, and I want to see like which storm is, like really killing it and doing well, I just switch over to echo tops, and you get a really clear picture there of which storms definitely have the biggest hailers in them, especially in situations like this when you have a long line. You'll see those little bright yellow areas just light up there. Little trick that I use sometimes when I'm out chasing a lot. I think enhanced echo tops is something that's underutilized a lot.
100%. Yeah, chat. This is not a little classroom moment here, and
Yeah.
we're just gonna go back to the classroom for a second since
You should.
since I spent like 2 hours creating 2 hours creating this. How sad is that?
It looks great though. I love it, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna have a different iteration of the classroom here.
It has Mortal Kombat vibes.
It does.
Like it's like you just beheaded Connor and he's like over there on the corner. That's what it kind of feels like to me. Yeah.
Connor has not taken a better picture, so he needs to take a little bit of a better picture. This is the only picture I have of him. Unfortunately, that's not in a wheelchair. But this is Echo Tops right here, guys. This is how tall the storm is. So that what we're looking at on the screen, green is like 25,000 feet. This is all in KFT, which is thousands of feet. So the darker, the more yellow, the more red the color is, the taller the storm is. Generally, the taller the storm, the stronger it is, the bigger the hail, the more lightning normally in this particular storm. So you see both of these storms, this one down near Cuero, that's dropping the hail, that's 43,000 feet. So some of the strongest storms can get up to 60,000 feet. So this isn't like unheard of, but for February, guys, this is pretty good. And that's enough to drop some major hail. Up further to the north, this is the other storm that Edgar was talking about that he said probably could potentially produce some decent-sized hail here. 41,000 feet. So this is another tall storm. These are by far the tallest storms that we got. And Edgar, I've seen you do this on stream before. This is a great little trick here. If you put this in motion, you can see, is the storm getting taller? Is it getting weaker?
Yeah.
You can see, is the storm collapsing? Is it not?
Yeah, it's my favorite to use, honestly, like when you're waiting for storm initiation and you got like a cluster of little tiny cells and you're trying to see which one's going to be the dominant. I use it a lot for that, but I also really like using it when there's a line of storms and I'm trying to find out if there's going to be like some severe level hail in there.
Oh yeah.
It might, in a QLCS setup that I use, it doesn't equate to like the stronger storm doesn't usually equate to tornadoes in this situation, but it definitely does equate to bigger hail.
That's right. That's right. W in chat, brother Mason. Here is that storm. You can see if you compare this, right? You can see, okay, about an hour ago, it blew up. It got really tall. This was let's see, about 5:25, so about 40 minutes ago, almost 45,000 feet, and now it's still at like 43. So it's kind of maintained its strength. We take a look at this one up here near Brenham and near Hempstead. You can see this
it's
thing
kind of
yeah.
It keeps trying, like you can see that it's like a storm. Like you'll see it, like a lot of times when you're looking at it, do that where you see the bright colors, they go away. Come like during storm initiation, that could be like an indication of it hitting a cap somewhere, and like it rising to a certain level, not being able to get any higher. Might not be so in a case of a QLCS setup like this, but
brother.
The more tools you know about on radar, the better, right?
That's right. The Kitsy just asked, can someone explain specific differential phase?
That's you, Brady.
I got to use the bathroom real quick.
Hold on. Let me get Chat GPT.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I got to use the bathroom real quick. Stu, you're up. Or Edgar. I don't care.
I don't know it. Edgar, you're going to have to cover that one.
Oh, like I literally would have to look that up, guy. Like no joke. What was the question? Let me see. Dan might have the answer. Dan, you got the answer there?
It's going to help you look at like the water. How do I put this? Kind of like the water volume in a sector of But it's really, it'll show you like where the heaviest rain is.
Gotcha.
That's what I use it for.
I never use that tool.
A new
ever.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Maybe like in flooding in that area. Maybe it would be useful definitely when you're looking for flash floods and different things like that. Or I can imagine it might also be useful, like I said, during hurricanes and just any other ones. Honestly, there's so many cool. I remember when I first started chasing, you kind of start with the real basics, right? You're just like using like reflectivity and velocity. And then as you chase more, you start to learn other tools. And that's why I like talking to other storm chasers and finding out little tricks that they use. And
yeah, I have found out that instead of using the regular velocity tool, I use storm relative velocity in setups like this because it helps you see QLCS tornadoes way better.
100%, because it's like it's factoring in storm motion as well, correct?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah. I tend to use relative velocity more often than not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Brady. You feel better? Do you feel better,
Yeah.
Brady?
That's right. Guys, it is important to drink a lot of water, but when you drink a lot of water, it's unfortunate. I think I might have the prostate of a 90-year-old. So
TMI, Brady. TMI,
not
bro.
good.
It's not a growing problem; it's a growing problem.
That's
See, I don't know what that means.
Make a shirt, Dan. Make a shirt.
Yes, that's right. Dan, hitting us with the knowledge. Kelsey, absolutely bringing it today. And yes, it is. Okay, we did just get permission from Jordan to use his live feed, so that would actually be pretty epic. Let me see if I can pull that up on the spot here. Let's go up and down the line. Let's take a look further north, see if there's anything that catches my attention while I'm pulling that stream up. Let's see. I don't think this line looks pretty linear, guys. I don't know if anyone sees any little notches in this. The storms are moving right over top of. How do we pronounce it again? Naked.
You try.
Nacogdoches. Thank you, Dan. Good old Nacogdoches and Appleby. So our brethren in Appleby and Nacogdoches are getting Lufkin as well. See, those are good town names. Those are nice, unique town names. I like
Lufkin,
this down here in East
Lufkin.
Texas.
Lufkin.
What'd you say?
Lufkin.
Yeah, not Lufkin.
What's
not
happening
Luf.
right now? It sounds like someone is caressing their mic.
It's me, bro. I'm sorry. I just needed my hands to be on my microphone. You see this?
Oh.
There we go.
What is that? Oh no.
Yeah.
What is happening? Bro, I don't like that. That is disturbing. Vote right now, chat. If you think that's chalked, are the finger hands chalked? Vote now.
Yes,
That's
they
right.
are.
Sounds chalked. I would agree with that. Okay, I will say near Nacogdoches, you do have some little kinks here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these little kinks in the line. Nothing yet is like screaming tornado. But if we take a look, you can see this is the storm relative velocity, like Stu was saying. It is trying to spin. Right in there, you got some broad level spin. If this wind can kind of make its way a little bit further back into the storm, and this wraps around this way, we'll get a tornado warning. Right now, it's not enough. But this is, of all the storms that I've seen, this is the one that I'd probably be most concerned about in the next little bit here. Yeah, look at that, guys. You can see it's starting to wrap. A little bit of a notch. This is exactly how this thing happens, guys. You get winds start to kind of push out here uneven. You know, the winds are kind of pushing here, but they're pushing stronger here. And so this thing, oh my. Jennifer
and Snow Right tipped $100. Well wishes from Central Texas.
Boom.
Oh my goodness. Jennifer with the banger. Oh yeah. Jennifer. Absolute banger right there. Listen, Jennifer. That was absolute money. We're gonna get some dancing vibes in here as well. Unbelievable, Jennifer. Just donated $100. Are you kidding me? This is gonna fund the DJ booth for years to come. Let's get the W's flowing for Jennifer. Oh yeah. We're vibing. Let's get the W's going. DJ. Let's get them going. Come on, chat.
DJ Kellen.
Another one. Another one. Let's go. All right, that's enough of that. All right, let's go
Brady,
back.
I love your dedication to all these different scenes that you have. Like they're truly amazing.
Just getting started.
Truly amazing.
We're just getting started. In chat, if you have any ideas for like a scene that you want, you know, I could be on the beach. We could.
I want to see you in a hurricane.
If Jennifer keeps donating like this, like I'm gonna be able to build studios everywhere because that room, that was an actual room that I've built. That DJ room, it's actually in my basement.
Yes, the Rockin' Robin says DJ Beaver. I absolutely love that. Should be that segment.
No. Oh, bad anchor.
Thanks, Rockin' Robin. Thank you for that.
Oh my
Thank you,
goodness.
Rockin' Robin.
Central Texas. Let me just, if we get an idea, because I do want to give a huge shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer is in Central Texas. Jennifer, if you're in the chat, if you tell me where you are, I'll pull up the radar and give you exactly what you need to know. You don't have to tell me, you know, your address. If you just tell me your general region, I can give you a better idea. But this is exactly down here what we're talking about with this particular, with these little spin-ups that can happen. You see, you get, like I was saying, the winds kind of bulge this thing out a little bit further and a little bit stronger, right, than the winds up here. And so you get a bulge that starts to form. You already have winds out in front of this thing that are coming up from the south. So you got winds coming up like that. If you get that little bit of a bulge right there, a little bit of a winds kind of press against the storm, push it out, these winds out in front start to wrap in, and that's how you get rotation that develops. It's normally short-lived, but it can produce a tornado. So of all the, I mean, Edgar, Dan, Stu, if you guys see anything else, but of all the velocity signatures I'm seeing, that's the most likely one to produce anything right now. Wait, what did Darlene just say? Oh, no. Chalked. Anyway, let's take a look further south here. Let's take a look at these storms that we were just looking at. This is the velocity of these storms. This is a look at that one. I'll tell you what, Edgar, this is the hailer that we were watching.
Yep.
It's pretty polluted with this. Let's actually take a look at the regular reflectivity here. Yeah, that is a classic hail signature. We got about to move into the northern suburbs of Houston. So our Houston brethren, you guys are under tornado watch. You could get something here that could spin up. Probably not imminently, but you are going to get some hail. You are going to get some lightning. You are going to get some hail. And that storm is going to move through probably in the next 15, 20 to 30 minutes. Further to the south, we've got this storm down near El Campo, or Campo. What, Dan, did I pronounce that right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
However you want to pronounce it, Brady.
Fantastic. That is correct. However we want to pronounce it.
I did check out the leading winds on that hailer storm, and they look like there's some 60-mile-per-hour winds on the leading edge of that.
Near Ocampo?
Yeah, that'll blow your fence down. I mean, 60-mile-per-hour.
Top off.
That'll blow the top off. God, Brady, I love you so much.
I love it too. Look at this, guys. You can see too, the winds are actually outgusting this storm. So if this storm doesn't keep up here, the winds are going to blow this thing out. You can look as far south as Port Lavaca, right down here. The winds are gusting out in front of that storm. There's your gust front. Actually, your gust front's probably like right there. But if we go to the latest frame, you can see this line right here, this like little line. That's actually the winds that's pushing these storms out. Sometimes if the winds get too far out in front, it cooks the storm. And we're seeing that a little bit with this storm here. It's having some trouble keeping up, and the winds are kind of shredding it. Look at that. Just bowling along. But definitely some very strong winds about to come just to the north of Victoria. So you got this severe thunderstorm warning headed right towards El Campo, and then eventually into Bay City and Lake Jackson. I don't think we're going to be talking about a tornado threat. Let's just see. Yeah, not a lot in terms of velocity. If we take a look at the storm relative velocity, there are some pretty good winds in there. And even though it's not really showing up that well, you are absolutely getting winds close to 60 or more, as you can just, the winds are blowing this storm apart. So they're absolutely gusting pretty strong. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look back up at Oklahoma because I do want to go to Jordan real quick. Let me see how I can pull his feed in. So I've got his feed, but if I pump the sound in, we're going to get some massive echo effect if any of us talk, which is pretty chalked. So let me just pull. Let's just take a look at the radar up here, and we're going to do a quick analysis and see if we got anything cooking here. So this is up in Oklahoma, where we also have a non-zero tornado threat. This is where Jordan Hall is chasing. I'm going to bring up his feed right now. Let's just take a look. These storms are moving towards Oklahoma City. You can see, where's Oklahoma City? Why is it not appearing on the map?
It's
there it is. You would think it would appear. I don't know what's going on with this map. Here's Oklahoma City right here, guys. These storms are pushing towards the city. You can see a special weather statement near Kingfisher. Right now, some lightning, but there is a chance you could get some cold air funnels. Here's the visual from Storm Chaser Jordan Hall that we have cooking right now. This is his live streams. This is a direct view from his car. And I tell you what, Edgar, that looks like a pretty standard kind of cold core, low stratus type.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sure. I wish there was a you know what? Here in a second, Brady, I'll disconnect and go back on my phone and go in my front yard. Like literally I can go in my front yard because that's exactly what I'd be looking at right now. That storm looks to be about 10 miles from me, that line of storm. So maybe for that I'll go outside. We could just cover it ramming right into my house.
Yeah, we'll cover the ram right into Edgar's house.
Ramming
it, bro. You'll have to bring the little finger things out there.
Bing, bing.
Yeah.
It's way too much fun, guys.
It's too much fun. So this is the view from Oklahoma right here. And this is kind of classic low stratus, not a lot of instability, enough to get some storms, enough lift to get some storms. And there is, because it's chalked. His connection just got cooked. Okay, so let's go back here to these as well. But this is, just a weak line of storms. It's towards the center of this low pressure that's starting to develop. If we go full screen, let's just take it wide. Let's go to the national radar here. Tell you what, I'm getting pretty good at this. Oh no, chalked. There we go.
You spoke too soon, bro.
It is, yeah. It's unfortunate. You can see here's your low pressure that's starting to form here. Let's draw it out in red. You guys can see it's a little bit big. This is a weak low pressure that's forming, and it's just starting to get its act together here. So you can see winds coming down the backside like this. Those are cold air winds. Here's your cold front starting to set up in Texas. That's where the storms are forming. And then here's kind of your warm front, right? So the storms aren't going to be riding along the warm front, but normally you can get some extra spin, some extra lift from the warm front that can actually help fuel tornadoes. This is a cold front setup right here, where these storms are just being fueled by these cold, relatively colder air winds that are pushing down and driving these storms forward. And then out in front, you've got warm, moist air coming up from the Gulf. And so right where those things interact, right in here, let's go right in there, that's where you're going to get some spin. You can see those blue arrows are coming down from the northwest. The red arrows are coming up from the south. So where they meet, you have some little bit of a spin that form right along that line, right along that cold front. So that's why we're kind of concerned today, potentially for a couple of tornadoes. So far, it's been an absolute nothing burger. So we'll have to keep watching this, keep tracking this. And if things fall apart, who knows? Maybe we'll just play some Outbreak. Right, Edgar?
Sure, yeah. We'll do that. We could just also do the dance party since you spent so much time on those graphics.
What do you mean? I spent time building it.
That's what I mean. Like, you got to use them, bro. They're awesome.
You got to use them.
You had subs on your stream. Like, I seen the detail and the effort into the speakers. It was all great.
Now that is a good idea. We should build I should build a sub in my basement, like a actual submarine.
Yes, that would be amazing. Yeah,
that'd be a fantastic idea. Let's check back in with Jordan here. Let's see what he's got cooking. He's driving. Looks like he's driving. I'm trying to see where he's at. Okay, he's near Yukon or Yukon.
That's where I live. Brady, hold on. I got to see where he's at. I think Jordan's close to my house. I should just tell him to come over. Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Tell him to come over. These storms are moving so slow. He's absolutely shocked. Who's Nick Gorman? I don't know who you're talking about here. I do love his little logo. I love the little red.
You don't know who Nick Gorman is?
I probably do.
Nick Gorman is an awesome chaser. He's a great chaser.
Where's Connor today? Darlene, Connor is cooked, unfortunately. His knee is chalked, so he's recuperating in I believe he's in Indiana right now. So he just got an MRI. He's waiting on the results of that MRI. We'll see how that goes down here. But best wishes and prayers for brother Connor. The good news was he absolutely cooked on the basketball court before he got chalked.
Yeah.
Hey, Brady.
Yeah.
Can you pull up meso analysis?
Yes.
Yeah. I like a man that likes a good meso analysis chart. Honestly, one of the most useful tools out storm chasing.
So right now, the reason why our storms aren't as strong is because they're not utilizing a lot of the available instability. The front is not moving fast enough to catch up into the instability, so we're not seeing a lot right now. So that's why I'm mostly concerned with any storms that are out ahead of the front if they can utilize the instability. But right now, honestly, the most concerning area is just going to be near the Houston metro. Like nothing else is really kind of standing out.
Yeah. Those little pre-funnels, they keep trying to get going. Those little poppers that are popping out in front of that line, and then I just see them. Why do you think even the prefrontals are having a little bit of trouble there, Stu?
So, I mean, let's look at some other factors here. So, there's a couple of things that I like to look at, and they are in the most volatile area. But I think the prefrontals are having an issue mainly because they're not getting enough low-level spin. There's a tool that I use under multi-parameter fields. It's surface vorticity and 3 cape. So it'll show the cape values in the lower level of the atmosphere as well as any lower level spin that these storms could potentially utilize. And they're even ahead of that low-level spin, but they still have a lot of cape values there.
Brady, you need to put Stu in the classroom because he is taking us to class right now.
We'd put it. We definitely get Stu would definitely be getting an A, maybe an A minus, because A's are hard to come by.
I give him an A. I give him an A plus for all the things he's talking about.
A plus is a made up grade.
Those are very, very, very underutilized tools by people. I mean, everything in the meso analysis there.
There's a lot of tools that I use. Another one that I use that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to is violent tornado parameter. It is definitely an overshooting tool, but it gives you an idea of where the most volatile ingredients are going to be.
Yep.
Here, guys. Here to Stu's point. Here's your instability. This is where all your and we're talking about 500, right? This is 500 cape, which let's be honest,
That's
500 cape is like
there's 1500 within there.
Yeah, there's a 1500.
Really? Oh yeah, I see it. 1500 is like down here, right, and like kind of in there. I think.
I mean, there's even that 1000 nosing up into that cold core area there.
Oh yeah,
you gotta
there it is. This is 1000 right here.
I mean,
so you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I always pay attention to where you see that little nose in the center of Oklahoma when that storm kind of, if that's still there, when that line of storm gets there and see how it interacts with that. I mean, it's a cold core setup. It's a little bit different, but that's probably why Jordan's up there because, I mean, there is probably a decent chance of maybe getting a little cold core funnel up there.
That's right.
I honestly, I would have done the same thing as Jordan. I would have chased Oklahoma. I wouldn't chase down in this slop.
I agree.
Just a mess.
It is that's the best way to describe that is slop.
Yep.
Happy Valentine's Day. Guys, happy Valentine's Day. Darlene, W. Stu, we love that, Darlene, or we love that. Yay, Carly, as well. Happy Valentine's Day to the chat. So hopefully you got some good plans for you and your significant other tonight. If not, if you don't have a significant other, that's okay. Okay, it's Lonely Hearts Day for the singles here. We'll pour one out for you tonight as well. So this is the cape that we're talking about. We've got this is actually Stu, this is a really good point here. I think a reason why we're kind of struggling to get storms is 500 cape is enough, but it's not a lot, right? 1,000 cape is pretty good, but I think the line for that 1,000 cape is like right there, which is on the very southern side.
It's hugging the coast, yeah.
It's hugging the coast right there. And you'll notice you've got this kind of pocket of instability. But look at this in Louisiana. This is anything in blue. That's sin, right? So cape is like your storm fuel, right? That's, that allows storms to skyrocket up. Sin is like the opposite, right? Sin is like, what's the opposite of Gatorade? Like, canes. You eat some canes and you're about to go play a basketball game. It's going to sit in a rock, right? You're not going to be able to jump as high. You're not going to be able to run as far. That's like what this blue stuff is out in front of these storms.
Brady, we have a celebrity in the chat. Max Velocity is in the chat right now.
Where?
He's in your
right
chat.
There.
Yeah, there he is.
Wow, is this Max? Wait, this isn't Max.
That's Max.
That's Kelsey. Where's Max?
Look up. He just said unstable for Valentine's Day. He just jumped in there for a minute.
Oh no. Is that actually him, or is that like an account pretending to be him?
I'm pretty sure that's him.
Okay. Wow.
Go
Massive
look at
shout out to
Jordan's
brother Max, who's in the chat. Max is checking things out. I think Max actually, he might be going live. We'll see what kind of happens here. Massive W to brother Max Velocity, who's been absolutely crushing it lately. And it was great meeting Max at the summit. It was fantastic meeting him at the summit. We got to get you on, Max. Whenever you're not like super busy, which I know you are all the time, you have an open invite to come on the show.
Maybe he wants to jump in now.
Yeah, I think he's on standby.
Brady.
5,720
Go to Jordan's stream. He's got a massive shelf.
How to read that thing?
Oh!
What is it called again?
Okay. Nathan, absolutely, we can teach you how to read. Massive shout out to brother Nathan, who just gifted a 10 bomb. Unbelievable. Can you teach us how to read that thing? Absolutely, we can. That is going to be another classroom moment here. This is Jordan's stream right now. Oh, my God.
It's a beautiful shelf. I'm about to go outside because that's probably what I'd be seeing. That's not too far from my house.
Outside, Edgar.
That's
so
what we
cool.
call a whale's mouth in meteorology.
Yeah. Wow.
We're obsessed with animal names, by the way. Just obsessed with them in meteorology.
There it is.
Beavers, animals.
Turkey necks.
Animals.
You guys see it? There's the whale's mouth. Oh, my goodness. Do whales have jagged teeth like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's chalked.
They're filter feeders.
What does that mean?
They very tiny micro.
Oh my!
Tornado warning.
Wait, where's our tornado?
Tornado warning for East Central Nacogdoches
Oh, there we
County
go.
in eastern Texas.
Hey, was that storm we were talking about?
County in eastern Texas.
There you go. They're gonna say bye to Max. Max is gonna go lock in right now. I bet.
Lock in, Max. Lock in.
That's right. So this is an unbelievable view. We'll take a look at that tornado warning in a second. But this shot is absolutely insane. This just goes to show you. All you need is a little bit of lift. Look at this. That is a massive, massive shelf cloud right there. Just insane stuff there. A little bit of a lowering there, Edgar, too. I mean, nothing that's like too low to the ground, but this is enough. Maybe give us a quick spin up here, but if not, this is just a unbelievable shot.
It's purdy. That's purdy.
I'm actually surprised that there's not more scud with the shelf cloud. It's very smooth.
You're right, because a lot of times with these types of setups, it has that. It looks like the little tentacles all hanging down from it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jordan's behind you, Brady. Watch out.
Oh, there he is.
Look at Jordan doing his as live. Let's look at him just working out there.
Dude, this dude, he is absolutely on it right now. Jordan, guys, you want to know what locked in looks like? He's locked in. He's absolutely locked in.
I'm going to go look at my window real fast. Hold on.
Hey, Brady. They've issued a new mesoscale discussion for the area from like the Victoria area down to the Corpus Christi area. They're watching that 1,500 joules per kilogram section.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the
bottom section.
All right, I'm gonna end this and then go to my phone because we're gonna see some cool stuff, Brady. Because I just looked at my window. It's awesome.
Go. Let's go. South Tulsa in the house. All right, storm chasing gal. We'll make sure we watch South Tulsa. Okay. Let's go.
Storm chasing gal. Just so you know, I grew up at 61st and Garnett.
Whoa! Wait, Dan, did you just dox yourself?
From where I was when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Okay. here's the latest radar, guys. This is we're gonna look at the tornado warning, and then we're gonna take a look at the mesoscale discussion. So this, guys, did we not call it? This was that storm I told you about 10 minutes ago that I said if there was any storm. Oh no.
A Conacroft super chatted $4.99. Beaver 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 bee.
Beaver bee.
You know what, chat?
W
for Connor. But Connor is not locked in right now. Connor is not locked in.
Now we know how many beavers will fit in the chat.
Okay. Whoa! Look at that! Oh my goodness!
Is he flying?
Oh. Hopefully I'm not doxing Edgar right now. Hold on.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You can show it.
Look at that. That is a can you guys see that? That is a massive shelf cloud coming at you. That is like a sky engulfing shelf cloud.
Yeah, it's massive, dude. It's huge.
That is massive.
Do you have a drone? Can you get a drone shot?
I do have a drone. Oh, that doesn't work. It doesn't want my screen. I'm gonna go outside. Hold on. You guys can follow me down.
Whoa, look at that.
Look at that studio. That is, oh my goodness.
That is amazing.
This is Edgar's studio here. Can't forget about this guy right here.
Oh, whoa. Who do we call that?
That's Duval the deer. He's a Jaguars fan.
Are we sure?
Duval, look at that. Are we sure?
How can we be sure though? He seems kind of chalked.
Bruh.
Duval is dripped out right now.
He is super dripped out. All right. You guys are literally going on a tour mass.
House tour.
Going downstairs.
New poll coming in hot. While Edgar's giving a house tour, this is a good time for a bio break.
That is a nice kitchen. Oh, dog.
Look at Mooney. Mooney's a G, bro.
That is Storm Dog 27.
I think I have a little bit too much water, but all right. Here we go. Oh, there's packages. Yeah, the shelf will come from that direction there.
It'll get there. You just have to wait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just looked. It's like 8 miles right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Turf?
Wow. That is absolutely massive. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's just take a look at this tornado warning very quickly. Let's just see if there's anything that's super concerning. Edgar, this is the storm that we looked at. Literally the storm that we looked at just a little bit ago that moved through. Dan?
Yeah, look at that.
The town name that I can't pronounce. Oh, my. That is money. Look at that kind of flow outside of that. Insane. Wow. What was the town name again, Dan?
Nacogdoches. Conacroft super chatted $4.99.
No. How do I turn this off?
Will be providing Brady with
No.
some Valentine's Day log.
Yo. A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. We need to time him out for that comment. That's got to be at least a couple minute timeout right there. Oh, that is not good. That is not good at all. Here's that tornado warning. Here's that tornado warning. This was the storm. I'm trying to find a good radar here. This is the storm we just talked to you about that had the chance. Look at that, guys. Okay, so there is where your tornado, where it would be. And Edgar's going out on foot here, so we're going to go right back to him in just a second. This is where your tornado would be, right in there, just to the north of Cherno. I told you this storm had a decent shot at becoming a tornado. I told you it was trying to rotate. Look what happened here. The couplet, now, which was in the warning, this is when they issued the warning, right in here. It's right there. And then just in the past couple of minutes, The couplet has strengthened and has gone to the north. So now if we have a tornado, it is likely outside of this warning. So our brother in here, and this storm's about to cross the state line, I believe. I can't even see it. No, it's not. Sorry. It's about to cross a county line, but our storm, there's your tornado if it's on the ground. And that's a pretty decent signature right there. So you absolutely could have a tornado on the ground in East Texas, just to the north of Cherno. And if I take a look at the correlation code, let's take a look at the velocity here. Doesn't show you much. A little bit of a notch in there. Take a look at the correlation coefficient here. Edgar's going out on foot. That's pretty epic. Yeah, nothing really. Let's take a look at some of these different views. Nothing there. Definitely a hail spike. You can see the hail spikes, guys. Look at them right there and right there. There's your hail spikes coming in hot there. Wow, that is a healthy view of Edgar's beard right there. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that is a well-maintained beard right there. Oh yeah, that is epic. So that's your tornado warning. You absolutely could. This is your only tornado warning in the entire country. You absolutely could have a tornado on the ground there. I would not be shocked at all if there is a tornado. Once again, it is likely going to be north of where that warning is. There it is. There would be your tornado if it's on the ground. It's not incredibly tight rotation, but it's just enough, just to the west of San Augustine here. That's where you would have your tornado. So here's San Augustine. This is all in Texas once again. And this is just the northwest of Texas where this tornado would be. Stu and Dan, do me a favor. Keep an eye on that warning. Let's just see if there's any sort of debris or anything like that we noticed there, because that is a pretty nasty radar signature. Going down the line here, all the way to South Texas through Victoria. These storms are packing quite a punch here. Big time hail to an inch, hail to 2 inches, or 0.75 inches. And then further up to the north of Houston, also 0.75 inches. So the hail's not incredibly big. And then in Central Texas, I know we got Jennifer. Massive shout out to her. She's been absolutely crushing it here on the channel. Central Texas, you look like you're in the clear. So we'll keep an eye there for Central Texas. But right now, you're in the clear. Let's take a look at Oklahoma, where Edgar is. This is where Edgar and both Jordan are. You can see here is your shelf cloud that we were looking at right there, pushing down into Oklahoma. The leading edge of that is where the shelf cloud is. So right along there, that's what we can see from Edgar's point of view, and that's what we can see from Jordan's point of view. We've got to go back to Jordan here for a second. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is wow. That is wow. It is absolutely unbelievable here, guys. Just beautiful.
Ooh, just saw some lightning flashes finally.
Whoa.
I'm trying to come around the corner here so that we can see the shelf cloud.
So this is a view from Edgar, and then this is a view from Jordan here. So we've got the Edgar view in the bottom right corner, and we've got the Jordan view here as well.
Whoa.
Yeah, Jordan's like a mile away from that storm.
Happy Valentine's Day from Texas.
Wow. Debbie just tipped. Wait, hold on. Who is that? That was Debbie Jean's mom? Let's see. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm trying to find, was that Jennifer again? That was Debbie Jean's mom. Oh my, unbelievable. Massive shout out. We just got another 100 bomb from Mama Jen. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Debbie Jean's mom. Oh my goodness. We are absolutely cranking here on the stream. Massive shout out. Let's get the W's going to the chat. Massive W's. Unbelievable. This storm that we're looking at, this is in Oklahoma. And this is a massive, massive, massive shelf cloud here. And what happens with these shelf clouds, guys, is you get the air, right? You get rising air out in front that rises up over top of it. And then you get the downdraft along the backside. And where those two collide, you get air, this warm, moist air, as it rises over top of it, it condenses and then becomes this cloud, right? Look at that. Oh my goodness. Get that drawing off the screen here. F. There we go. So you can see that, let me just draw it in colors here because this will give you a better idea. Oh my, there's Edgar's point of view. Whoa.
There it comes. There's more of your Scuddy looking stuff that you were talking about, Stu.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow. Dude, that looks like a freaking massive spaceship just coming right at you. That is unbelievable.
Can we also just talk about how beautiful Oklahoma is right now? It's just beautiful out here.
It's stupid beautiful. How cold is it out there, Edgar?
I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. It's probably maybe 65.
Wow.
I wish.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Ooh, there's some lightning.
Wow.
If you look over here, I'm going to get a little closer in a minute. I'm going to walk over to the golf course. You should I can get a pretty clear view here. There's a massive shelf coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, you're looking straight north, and then this is looking over to the west in that direction. Let's see here.
Wow.
Had to make sure I didn't get ran over by cars. Safety first, folks. Safety, folks.
Yeah.
Safety first.
This is unbelievable here.
You're going to have to see me at some point move into a full sprint because I'm going to wait until this thing gets close to me and then get back to my house. I'm about 3/4 of a mile away from my house now. So.
Wow. This is unbelievable.
On foot.
Bill, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. It's
Wow.
a beautiful view. I agree. Okay, I did find out that was actually from Jennifer as well. So massive shout out to Jennifer. I think she just put a different name there. It's unbelievable, guys. This shelf cloud, this isn't even where the main area of storms is. This is back in Oklahoma that we're looking at. And Jordan's got the cape there in the bottom part of the screen. Look at that. The cape is only 600 joules or 680 around, which is, it's not a lot. But oh my God, it's just absolute insanity.
Ohio could never.
Yeah. Ohio's chalked.
All right, I'm not going to walk further. I'm getting too far away. I was thinking I don't want to be stuck out here in the rain for 30 minutes.
Here's what's happening here, guys. Yeah, I agree, Edgar. You got warm or warmer, moist air going over top. And then on the back side of this thing, behind it, I'm going to try to draw this 3D image here. You got the downdraft. This is where the rain is falling, right? The rain's falling. Just imagine this is kind of 3D here. And then you've got that air being forced over top, that warmer, moister air being forced over top of that cloud. As it kind of rides over top, this warm, moist air starts condensing into this cloud that you're seeing here. So that's why it looks kind of slanted. That's why it looks kind of angled there, because that warm air starts to hit the cool air. It cools down. It becomes that epic, little bit of a tilted shelf cloud up there. And just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Someone just said, wait, is that Edgar? He chased on a bike once. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Edgar.
I will be doing more of that this year for sure.
Yeah, this is Edgar. He's on foot right now. He does not have a motorcycle, but he does have himself, which, Edgar, I tell you what, Edgar, you could probably run at some pretty good top speeds. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I could get out there. I could do a little bit.
What do you think your top speed is? 10 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour?
Whoa, 20.
I'm not that fast, bro. I'm more of a long distance runner at this point.
That is a speed in and of itself, Edgar.
45-year-olds aren't really built for speed anymore.
Endurance.
We're built for endurance, brother. We're built for endurance.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is key. I mean, Dan, what do you think your top speed is? 100 miles an hour?
If I'm being chased.
There you go. Okay. Let's go back here to these warnings. This is our only tornado warning. The storms that we were just looking up in Oklahoma City, Edgar is absolutely running right now. I mean, look at that. Look at that form.
Just an afternoon jog, guys,
Oh, yeah. I'm jealous. You're in shorts and t-shirt weather.
It's beautiful, brother. Beautiful out right now.
It's about looking at Jordan Stream. It's about 61 there. So there's that line that's moving through Oklahoma City. These storms don't look too, in terms of your, this is a classic cold core setup. So you've got just enough instability and basically the perfect environment for a massive shelf cloud. If you take a little bit down further, this is the slop. This is the mess. Here's your tornado warning. Stu, did you see anything while we were up there that concerned you at all in terms of correlation coefficient or anything like that?
No, there was nothing on correlation coefficient that I saw. Just the velocity couplet still kind of remaining tight. So if you're ahead of that storm, just make sure that you're in shelter just in case.
Oh yeah, Stu, you chalked. Try to refresh. Unless
I'm full screen on traffic cams in Houston. That's why.
Oh, okay. Unless you've learned how to be a very skilled ventriloquist, then you're frozen. Which could be the case. Here's that tornado warning. Then we're gonna go right back to this shelf cloud because this is a very compelling image. Here is this tornado warning that we said still in effect here for Cherno, and then hasn't been extended. But the rotation, guys, is well north. Here is your rotation. It's well north of where that warning is, and it continues to push north. If they're going to extend this, they're going to extend it up here, right? That's where your tornado warning would be if it does get extended. I don't know if it will, to be quite honest. There is some little bit of green next to red is what we're looking for on this map. That's winds going in opposite directions. But I don't see anything right now that would say, yep, it's going to get extended. If we take a look at the reflectivity as well, there's no notch. There's no notch in this thing. So really no notch that I'm concerned about. Oftentimes they'll look at the velocity, they'll look at the notch on the particular storm, and that's how they'll warn it. If I'm not seeing a notch and I'm not seeing a strong velocity signature, there is your notch right there. See, just a little notch right in there. That would be enough to warn it, but now that notch is completely gone here, and don't really see anything too concerning. So I would expect them to let this tornado warning expire, and that would take our tornado warnings that we have from 1 down to 0. There's a little bit of a notch down here near Zavala, Texas. So that's another spot we got to watch. But we called this. We called this when this storm was moving through, Dan?
Notchadocious.
Notchadocious. Okay, fantastic. When this storm was moving through Notchadocious, we said this was the storm could potentially have enough to make a tornado here. We said this was the one storm that we were concerned about, and then they issued that tornado warning. But now, just like what happens normally when these storms move through, the kink wraps up, tries to drop something, and then evaporates. And that's exactly what we saw. And now the tornado threat is looking a little bit less significant with that particular storm. So they're probably going to drop that tornado warning further down to the south here. And Edgar's continuing to watch this shelf cloud unfold here. So we're going to go back to him and just
I'm about to go on my
back inside. What'd you say?
I'm going to go on my roof.
Bro, let's go. Let's go. Brother Edgar.
Why not, right?
Roof.
Brady,
absolutely. Go, Stu.
I'm about to send you a photo on Discord. It's the current view from a traffic cam out of Houston. I can't link you to the traffic cam, but I can give you the photo from it.
Fantastic. Let's take a look. Okay, here we go. We'll put this on screen. This is from Houston, guys. Take a look. Look at that. So looks like we got Stu. We got a little bit of a shelf cloud moving through the Houston metro too.
Yeah, this is within the inner outer belt of Houston on the northwest side of town near Jersey Village.
Okay, fantastic. And there we do have a storm that is producing some hail. You can see here is likely your rain shaft right up here where the heaviest rain is falling. I'd be curious. Sometimes the lighter colors sometimes can be hail. They also sometimes could be no rain, right? So I'd be curious to look at that storm to see what the hail core looks like. But this is a storm that's about to move through Houston. Houston's about to get slammed pretty good by this line of storms. And we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Houston. Now, Houston is still under this tornado watch. This is going to go for another couple of hours here. But the main threat for our Houston brethren, do we have any Houston brethren in the chat? Let me know in chat if you're a Houston brethren. I can tell you right now, Dan, I had one of my worst travel stories ever in the Houston airport. Remember that chasing? That was like 2 years ago. It was chalked.
Yeah, we have that fully documented.
Yeah, that was awful. It was a different setup than this. Oh my goodness. Edgar's got an unbelievable shot here. We're going to go to him in just a second. But this line is absolutely going to disrupt things at the Houston airport here. I would expect them to probably issue a ground stop for this particular line. I wouldn't be surprised if they already have. But this line is nasty. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings here as well. And the Houston Metro, there's a couple little notches in here, guys. I would not be shocked if there's something that tries to spin up here in those notches. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, Edgar is getting this unbelievable shot.
The severe thunderstorm warning does have a tornado possible tag on it as well.
In Houston.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
In Houston.
Look at this. Guys, this is from Edgar. Oh, my God. Oh, dude, this is crazy, bro.
Wow.
Oh. Edgar, what are the vibes right now?
Great, bro. I'm just chilling on my roof, trying not to fall.
Don't fall. Don't fall. Look. Oh, my. Look at that.
On the roof.
Dude. That is a sky-encompassing shelf cloud. I mean,
my dog's freaking out. He's like, "What are you doing, bro?"
Oh,
he's like, "Don't die, don't die."
Look, Edgar, look at the left edge there. Look at the left edge right there. Oh my!
Yeah,
that is beautiful.
It'd be awesome if we just. There's a little bit. Hold on, I'm gonna walk a little bit over here on my roof.
Oh my goodness! Be careful.
Oh my God.
I'm all right, guys.
Oh, look at the shoes. That's unbelievable.
Here's the full view of it.
That is just gorgeous.
Are you seeing any potential areas of rotation for funnels?
Only places right down here. Let's see if I can get a little.
There's a couple of small, like little indications of rotation on radar, but it's all just dark green against light green, so it's nothing really big.
There you go. There's some lightning.
There
Boom! Are you kidding me? Oh yeah!
Huge CG.
Oh my God! That is absolutely massive CG. Oh, wow!
Getting closer.
Yeah. Tell you what, that'd be one heck of a time lapse right there.
I used to put GoPros up here and do time lapses as storms came in.
Absolutely. I mean,
we need the Edgar cam next.
I know I do.
That's right. New poll is that we're getting rid of the "Is the Deer Alive" poll, and I think over 70% of the chat said nope, the deer's dead. Chalked and dead was the most popular option.
He's alive in our hearts.
That's probably the only place he's alive in. That's gonna be honest. New poll. Do you think this cold core setup's gonna produce a tornado?
Mooney, shut up, bro. Chill. Dog is losing it, son. He's like thinks I'm in danger or something.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
What do your neighbors think of you? Do they ever see you out on the roof like this?
Oh, they know I'm batshit crazy. Or crazy. Sorry. They I mean, like when I was like with Team Dominator, like the Dominator would be parked in front of my house some nights, so they're used to it. Wow. They know what type of special crazy I am.
Fair enough.
That's unreal. I feel like we need to do let me try to do a side by side here with Edgar or with Jordan as well. Here, Dan, I'm gonna put you. Just give me a second. I'll bring you guys right back. This is a side by side view here, guys, with Jordan and Edgar, and this is a banger right here. Hey, that's actually a pretty good view right now. So we got Jordan on the left.
I'm glad my wife's not watching. She'd be yelling at me right now.
Hopefully she's on like a plane, not getting Wi-Fi.
She'd be like, "Why are you on the roof?"
Yeah. This is a side-by-side shot right now. This is in Oklahoma, guys. Oklahoma is currently getting the shelf cloud of all shelf clouds, the mother of all shelf clouds. Look at that underside of that. Oh, my goodness. Edgar, you're about to get a blast.
Here comes the rain.
That's right. And this is just the mother of all shelf clouds.
Are you guys still talking? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Edgar? Yeah, we're still talking. So this is the mother of all shelf clouds that we have that's moving through Oklahoma We still do have those severe thunderstorms in Texas, and they're about to move into Louisiana. For right now, though, this is by far the most compelling shot that we have to show you. These storms probably won't pack that much of a punch, right? Sometimes you can see a cloud like this. It looks a lot more scary than it actually is in terms of the wind, in terms of the hail, in terms of the tornadoes. But I tell you what, when you see a cloud like this rolling through, oh my goodness, be careful, Brother Edgar. It is just it's intimidating. It causes you to lock in a major way, because when you get a storm like this, sometimes pack a punch, sometimes it doesn't. But I tell you what, look at that little knob that Edgar's showing in the top right corner of the screen. And you can maybe get a little cold core setup out of that. Just a beautiful, beautiful shot there. We're going to bring back in Stu and Dan as well. And these storms are pretty unbelievable that we're watching.
No, these are amazing storms. I love this.
Yep. Buy some time. I'm taking a bio break. Go, Stu.
What up, chat? I don't have any jokes for chat. Dan, do you have a joke? You're muted, Dan. This is chalked. Dan is muted. Edgar, do you have a joke for us?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a long time, but now I can again. I do not have a joke.
It looks like the rain isn't even going to hit you.
Yeah, I feel like I might be right where it's splitting. I don't have radar up because I have my phone in my hand, but
Let me look. Hold on. You're in Piedmont?
Yeah, in the Piedmont area, yeah.
Yeah, it literally split on your doorstep.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I mean, you can see like a clearing right here behind me. And then you have right over here is the southern side of the storm. And there's the northern side of the storm over here.
Yeah, near the town of El Reno. They're getting some pretty heavy rain over there, and then northeast of Piedmont, kind of more heavy rain, but then there's just nothing for you.
Yep, it just happens like that. But it's okay. Which I don't mind, because that means I can just sit here longer on my roof.
That is true.
And
let me
just an update for everyone too. They did allow that tornado warning to expire, so we no longer have we have 0 tornado warnings, and we have 1, 2, I think we have about 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. So we don't really have a lot in terms of some of the action. We died down a little bit in terms of the stuff in Texas. The storms have moved across the border now into Louisiana. So Louisiana, you're up next. You do have a tornado watch. And Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, you talked about that meso analysis, or the new mesoscale discussion. Have they extended the tornado watch yet into Louisiana?
I am not seeing that, but I could be wrong.
If they're going to do it, they need to do it soon, because, oh my goodness, what a shot, guys. Oh, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, there's a tornado watch in Louisiana.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, far northwest Louisiana, east and southeast Texas, coastal waters.
Okay, so
Shreveport is under a tornado watch at the moment.
But that was the watch that they issued earlier today. So I don't think they've actually issued a new tornado watch just yet.
No, nothing else has been issued. And honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I don't think another tornado watch will be issued ahead of this. I don't think the storm system is looking all that great. I think if anything, it'll be a severe thunderstorm watch. But I could be wrong. I'm not, a part of the National Weather Service, so don't take my word for it. But there is a good chance that could happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked as well if they just extended it. These views that we're getting right now are pretty unbelievable. We got Jordan right here. We got Edgar as well, who's about to be underneath of this particular storm. I'm going to take us to the radar in just a second here, but looks like let's actually go to the radar right now. This is actually, that's Jordan. Let's take a look at the radar. Here's the current look at the radar, and if you'll notice, here are these storms that are moving through Oklahoma. They don't look too intimidating, and there, guys, this is actually wildly cool. See that gap right there? That is the gap. That is that yellow that you see on Edgar's screen. So there's a little bit of a gap in the storm. That gap is this on radar. So that these storms are basically going to split here, Oklahoma City. No warnings. You'll notice no severe thunderstorm warnings, no special weather statements. Having said that, with this type of setup, you absolutely could get a spin up from this action. So if you do live in Oklahoma City, just be aware. We do have a special weather statement as far south here as southwestern Oklahoma, and then northern. I would actually be shocked. Maybe Stu or Dan, if you guys get a second, look at some of the Oklahoma webcams. See if we can get a shot of this shelf cloud from one of the webcams. That'd be pretty cool to see. Looking a little bit further to the south, I'm going to bring in Edgar as well. Edgar's got both cams up. Edgar's got the stream cam, and he's got
there you go.
Cam. We love that.
Yeah, you got the Edgar cam.
The Edgar cam. This is this full line of storms right here. What I just clicked. That's the tornado watch, right? You can see it goes all the way up to Shreveport, all the way down to southeastern Texas, and it does include. Okay, this is insane. Look at this town name. No way. There's these two town names right next to each other.
That's the one I was thinking of. Nacogdoches.
Bro, it's Nacogdoches and Natchitoches. Is that correct? Nachitocious. Bro, this is insane.
Nachitocious.
Exactly. Are we sure? This is insane. Who came up with this? Who came up with these town names? What is going on?
They're probably indigenous people's names. Like,
oh, okay.
That would be my guess.
That's just me butchering the names. Don't cancel me. That is absolutely insane. Nacogdoches and Natchitoches right next to each other here. And the storms are basically going from Nacogdoches to Natchitoches, and they're going to go through St. Augustine and then many as well. So if we have any brethren in Nacogdoches or Natchitoches, heads up, you got a severe thunderstorm warning on the way. I'm going to keep saying that and see how many times I can do that in the stream. These storms down in Houston, these are probably the strongest right now that we're looking at is, we've got some severe thunderstorm warnings just north of the Houston metro. So if you take a look at this storm right here, we do have a possible tornado tag. So that's this tag right in here. I can't circle it, but you can see that it says that tornado possible. The National Weather Service will sometimes do that when they see some rotation in a storm, not enough to issue a tornado warning, but sometimes they'll actually issue that ahead of a tornado warning to give people a heads up that something could be trying to spit up. If we look at the velocity, though, this is not too impressive. So they're probably not going to issue a tornado warning for this, but the winds here about to move into Houston metro. It's about to get awfully windy here. Now, these winds aren't going to be, 80 miles an hour. We're talking about winds to 50 moving through the Houston metro, but this will be their first big storm of the season potentially. So if you're a Houston brethren, let me know in chat. Right now, I'm curious, but this is by far the strongest storm. Look at the lightning too. If you're down here in Houston, you're about to get the full frontal face of this thing, and you're going to get slammed with this leading edge of this strong gust front. Right now, you can see, interestingly enough, the Houston metro is not under any sort of warnings. The special weather statement is to the south of Houston. The city of Houston itself has no warnings right now. It's just under a tornado watch. To the north, that's where we have this severe thunderstorm warning in the yellow box, and that's mainly for some hail and for a potential tornado. But I'm gonna be honest,
we might have a tiny little notch just south of Katy, Texas.
Is that in this storm that I'm looking at right here?
Yeah, right on the center of your screen. Or Katy, right near Full Shear. Right there. Yeah, that little notch there. There's a couple little notches coming off of this storm.
Yeah. We saw that just a second ago. Let's look at the velocity here. Yeah, guys, there's a pocket of strong wind trying to emerge here. A little bit of a signature right there. So if you're in the Houston metro, just keep your head on a swivel here, because whenever you see that is absolutely a notch. If you put this in motion here, you should be able to tell that this is rotating. Yeah, you can see these little notches. And interestingly enough, guys, Stu, to your point, this line just emerged. See right here? These were like these little feeder storms that were trying to move north. We said those storms probably had the greatest likelihood of getting a tornado on the ground with these. And so these just merged with the line. And you'll notice, look at that little notch. It develops right after this storm right here merges. Brother Cameron Nixon has talked about these merges before, and sometimes they can actually enhance your tornado potential here. So for the Houston Metro,
warning has been issued.
we are going to have to keep an eye on this notch that's developing. If this continues to dig to the south like this is doing, I would not be shocked. And they just did issue that warning that you just heard was a severe thunderstorm warning for the Houston metro area. And on that warning, they did include a tornado possible tag. You can see that tag right here. So they did include that tag, which, oh no, I'm frozen.
You're frozen.
Edgar, you're full.
Hey, how's it going? Bing, bing. Yeah, right now Brady is frozen. Yeah, it's interesting. You do see you see some of those like little indications of those little tiny fingers, those little curly cues that are kind of popping out in front of that line, and those can produce really, really quick spin up tornadoes. I mean, and honestly, sometimes like those can go unwarned. They can be so fast because radar scans only happen every few minutes. They can actually even happen in between radar scans. So it's always really a good idea to keep an eye on those. Usually not extremely powerful, but that doesn't mean they can't be powerful. QLCS tornadoes can be powerful, but usually these ones that, there we go. Now Brady's back, but you can see, look at that. You can see it look like little waves.
Yeah,
little,
absolutely, Edgar.
Little like
thank you.
woos.
Thank you there.
And something you have to be careful about too when reading radar is you have to make sure the timestamps line up too on velocity and reflectivity, because sometimes they can come in a minute or two behind each other.
Sure can.
Beans. He just said, "Get rid of that finger right now." I don't know what we're sure. We're not sure what that. That's crazy. I would not be shocked if we get a tornado warning here.
I could switch it out. I'll make it less creepy.
I would not be shocked if we get a tornado warning for Houston here in a second.
I think the fist is worse.
Where? That's unreal.
Power to the people, brother.
We will have to keep an eye on this little notch, because this notch right here, this is a nasty little appendage, and this is exactly what you don't want to see if you're in the Houston metro area. We do not have a tornado warning just yet, but if there would be a warning in this line, this is definitely the most likely place to get a tornado warning, because of the fact that it's in the best air, it's got the best moisture, and it's got the best, I don't actually want to say it's got the best wind shear, but it does have pretty decent kinematics. That's the thermal profiles. The winds are changing a little bit with height. There's enough there to potentially get a spin up. So if you're in Houston, if you're a Houston brethren, let me know in chat right now. I want to see it. I want to hear from you. Let's go ahead and go back to Oklahoma for a second to take a look at Jordan Hall here. He is still on these storms, moving through the Oklahoma City metro area right now as we speak, moving through Edgar's area right now as we speak. And it looks like this shelf cloud. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, it's still a monster. Yeah, still a monster shelf cloud. Edgar, did you see any like wind or rain that moved through as the thing moved through?
No, it kind of, Stu was kind of pointing that out now that I got here and looked back at radar. I mean, it kind of split right over where I live. There were some sprinkles outside, but that's about it. Shout out to Sprinkles in the chat. But
Oh, Sprinkles.
Yeah, there's definitely was some sprinkles, but like literally almost no rain.
Some sprinkage.
Some sprankage.
We love to invent new words here on the stream. Dan, what's your new word?
I love saying sprinkage.
Nachadocious.
That's a new word. That is a new word. We'll keep an eye on Jordan here. I just wanted to check down in. Okay. I just wanted to check down here in Houston as well. We are looking for debris. We're looking for debris down here, and I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything down near Houston. I'm not seeing any debris signatures just yet. We're looking for like little blue balls. So nothing just yet, but they did issue.
Brady. Bruh.
Hey, Brady, can
I'm
I,
convinced you do this on purpose, by the way.
Go, Stu. Go.
So
Thank you, Abby.
It's not going to pop up on the SPC site yet, but it should pop up within the next 5 minutes. We just got a new mesoscale discussion. Tornado watch likely, and over 95% chance for much of Louisiana into southwestern Mississippi, with the most probable tornado being 100 to 130 miles an hour and wind gusts up to 65 to 80 miles an hour.
Okay. So we did just get a new mesoscale discussion.
Yeah, so expect a new tornado watch here within probably the next 30 minutes. It's up in on their Twitter right now, actually. So that includes Vicksburg, Mississippi, Alexandria, Oberlin, Lafayette, even into Baton Rouge, and as far east as Jackson, Mississippi as well.
Yep. Here is that, guys, right there. That is a new mesoscale discussion. So what does that mean? That means that the Storm Prediction Center is basically saying, hey, we're about to get a new watch here. I believe Dan talked about this earlier. They're about to issue a new tornado watch, this time for Louisiana and for our Mississippi brethren here. So if you do live in Lafayette, Nacogdoches, Alexandria, you are going to get a new tornado watch here within the next hour or two. So that watch is going to be issued for your area as this line moves to the east. Let's just see some of the phrasing Stu was talking about here. The severe threat's going to continue spreading eastward, and they talk about a downstream. This is the first time I'm reading this here. So 95%. That means the watch is almost certainly coming here in the next little bit here. So increasingly organized north to south oriented squall line. So this is going to be a squall line that's going to sweep through Louisiana. And they also say here, given the primary and linear mode, transient circulations have also posed a risk for brief tornadoes. So that's exactly what this is going to be, guys. This squall line is going to sweep through. You're going to have little brief spin-ups that do occur. Probably won't be looking at these strong, violent tornadoes, long track. It's probably not going to happen. If you do get tornadoes in the squall line, you'll get little spin-ups that happen as that squall line moves through. Reach a little bit of vorticity, a little bit of helicity, and cause a little bit of a spin up. And those tornadoes then will die down pretty quick. But still, you can sometimes get some EF1, EF2 tornadoes in those types of situations. Those still need to be on alert. That is enough to do definitely damage here. So, tell you what, Edgar, for January, this is absolute
February.
For February.
You're good, brother.
This can happen, right? This isn't unheard of.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a little bit of an active start here to our severe weather season.
Yeah, we start, this is that time of the year you're watching the upper air patterns and seeing what's coming through. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It looks like we might have a few days break after this, but we could just have trough after trough start to come in here in March. I'm ready for it, to be honest with you.
That's right. Yeah. You're ready to get on the road.
I'm looking at possible severe weather for Wednesday in the Ohio Valley, but I'm not jumping the gun on it yet.
Ooh, I'll have to take a look.
Chalked. Every time we get hopes up, it's just there's no reason. No reason to get the hopes up.
Like right now, like the Cape values are behind the front, and the front just outruns it. So it's just like, I don't know yet. So I'm watching it though.
Yeah, I don't have hope. I'll have hope maybe a little bit. This is a shot of that shelf cloud from Jordan once again. Looks like it's losing a little bit of its structure here, but still just a nice shelf cloud that we got that we're looking at. And Brother Samuel, welcome, brother. Welcome, brother, in chat. Once again, we're tracking two major areas of storms right now. We got Edgar, that was just in that area of storms in Oklahoma. That has a chance to drop some cold core funnels. But then this secondary area that we're looking at down in Houston, this line of storms that's just kind of reinvigorated as it moved in the Houston metro area is now going to drop some pretty good wind, some rain, some hail, and potentially a tornado. Now, there are no tornado warnings right now, so there is absolutely zero warnings. All of these yellow boxes, oh, there we go, Brother Capucci, like the tweet. All of these yellow boxes, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings up and down this line, and that's going to continue throughout the next several hours. We are going to get a tornado watch that's going to be extended into Louisiana. Right now, this is our tornado watch right here. Massive shout out to Weatherfront. Love their app here, by the way, too. This is the tornado watch here as well. You are going to get a secondary one issued here And our Texas brethren, this is quickly becoming a Louisiana problem. So in the next hour here, Houston, Galveston, Baymont, as well Bay City, Victoria just got hit pretty good. Once this next hour or two goes by, these storms are going to are racing their way into Louisiana. So this is quickly going to become a Louisiana and a Mississippi problem over the next couple of hours here. And that's where that secondary tornado watch is going to be issued. That should continue well into the night here. So we're watching these storms very closely. This is your secondary area up in Oklahoma City. This is that unbelievable shelf cloud that moved through. And to be honest, it looks like these storms are kind of falling apart here, Brother Edgar.
Yep, that's kind of what we were seeing too, just visually outside of my house. They got up and going for a second, and it did get relatively colder outside just a few minutes ago. I felt the cold air kind of coming in my window. I had to get up and shut it. Yeah, they're just kind of breaking apart up there, just going to turn into a little blobby mess, I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
But it was pretty while it lasted. That's for sure.
Oh, it was. It was an unbelievable shelf cloud.
Yeah.
And you can see, guys, the shelf cloud is, the winds are kind of gusting themselves out here. So notice how the storms have lost their structure. They're looking weaker. They're looking more like rain showers. That's why the visual, if we look at this, oh, Lana, welcome to the channel. That's why if we look at Jordan's visual, you don't see that, well-defined edge. This is kind of underneath the shelf cloud, but still it is losing its structure here. You can also see at the top of this as well. See how oh gosh, where'd my drawing tool go? There it is.
You got to be able to draw.
Look how it looks a little bit like wispy at the top. That's the winds gusting this thing out in front of the energy. And so when you get that, the warm inflow can't make its way into the storm, and so the storm dies. So that's what's going on right now in Oklahoma. So we'll continue to watch this as well. Let's go back to the radar and let's take a look at for our Louisiana brethren. I'm wondering, I don't think there's good traffic cameras in Louisiana, right? Dan or Stu, maybe you guys could check on that.
No, I think most of the southern United States is chalked. I think they're just still shots.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's right. Wait, hold on. This is an unbelievable shot from Jordan. Look at this from Jordan. Oh my goodness, that's cool.
Got a nice Oklahoma like blue hour sunset there.
Is that actually what it looks like? Is that actually blue?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there?
I mean, the skies out here, I'm telling you, look incredible at sunset.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Like there'll be a lot of times where I'll do like a live stream or a video or post a video and they'll be like, you turned the saturation up too much. I'm like, no, that's just what it looks like in Oklahoma sometimes.
That's crazy, man. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Especially around blue hour right now.
Is that what they call it?
So blue hour, yeah, it's like that hour, like as
they call it golden hour.
Well, golden hour is right before the sun sets, like as the sun's still above the horizon. Blue hour is once the sun goes below the horizon, but still is shedding light. That's blue hour. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Get a lot of blue hour tornadoes in early spring. So
we love that. We love blue hour here on the channel. It's absolutely incredible. Let's go back to the radar here. Let's take a look at this. So here's what we got cooking right here in Louisiana. Shreveport just get hit with some good quality storms here. These storms to the north, I'm not too worried about these storms to the north. They are a severe special weather statement here near Shreveport, Louisiana. That's going to continue moving to the east. The northern end of this is not looking like it's got the juice to be able to make some stuff happen. Now, the further south you go, right in here, near Zavala, moving towards Nacogdoches here. I love that town name. These storms, as well as the cluster down in Houston, are the ones that I'm most concerned about right now. The storms that I'm most concerned about out of all the storms I'm looking at, Houston. That is absolutely the epicenter right now. Let's take a look at these notches. There's a couple of notches with these storms. Look at this, guys. We got 1 notch, 2 notch, 3 notch, 4 notch, all these notches. We have to watch these very closely and compare, and I'm sure the National Weather Service is doing the same thing right now. Let's go to the storm relative. Let's just see. Yeah, not too concerned yet. Although look at that one. A little bit, definitely see a little bit of like a hook, Captain Hook there. I have to watch that one very closely. And if we go back to the radar, that is right where that notch is. So I could see them warning this if this continues, Give this another scan or two. I'm sure they're waiting for another radar scan to come back. I could absolutely see them upgrade this particular notch potentially to a tornado warning looking at that velocity. It's very small. Looking back at the storm relative velocity there's the newest scan. Maybe. There probably isn't enough red here to actually warn this for a tornado, but this absolutely could be a small, little brief thing that's trying to form down there. And the reason why this is giving me pause a little bit is because you see how this kind of hooks around like that. That tells me that this is rotating, that the winds are going like that. And when the winds are going like that, there's only one outcome where the winds spin like that. That's either a forming tornado or it's a tornado. So I don't quite think this is on the ground yet. It is trying to form. All it's going to take is a little bit of red, a little bit of inflow to work its way in there, and that will drop. Right now, I don't think it's on the ground, but it's absolutely trying here as it moves through an unbelievably populated area of Houston. I mean, this particular hook is getting into the heart of Houston right now. And it's going to continue moving probably this way. Yeah, it's got the storm tracks on there as well. So our storm is going to continue moving almost right through downtown. And of all the storms, this has probably got the best chance to drop a tornado imminently. I don't think it is yet, but it absolutely could. So if we're going to have to keep watching the radar scans, and if these get worse, I could see them issuing a tornado pretty quickly here. But look at the size of this severe thunderstorm warning. That goes from the northern suburbs of Houston all the way down to Wharton, Texas, which is, let's see, that's a massive warning here. That is a warning. That's about a 70-mile severe thunderstorm warning that they just issued. So very big warning for the Houston metro area. And I tell you what, Dan, if you're in the Houston metro right now, it's about 6 p.m. and it's the weekend. I mean, they don't really have rush hour down there during the weekend. But there's probably some nasty traffic right now. Saturday around 6. Is that right, Dan?
Yeah, I'm sure folks are getting ready to go out and try to enjoy the evening.
Yeah, we just had the USA hockey game. By the way, did anyone watch the USA hockey game right there?
I did not.
Oh, we played Denmark. Hopefully we got some good, we're able to win. Chat, let me know. Did we beat Denmark? Let me know.
I watched USA versus Latvia because it was two Columbus Blue Jackets against each other.
That's right. And they cooked each other. So yeah, let me know, chat, if we did win that game. Now, the latest scan for this storm moving through the Houston metro, that's definitely a good development there. See how it kind of tried to wrap up near a leaf. Isn't that like a brand for a Advil type drug, I think? But look, it was trying. It was really trying to wrap up, really trying to spin into something. But look at the latest frame. Notice how the red up here is gone. You just have this green that's moving through. And it no longer looks like a hook. It more looks like it's pushing out straight line. That's a good sign. That means it didn't spin up. It didn't wrap tight enough. And it didn't coil enough to be able to drop anything. But this notch is going to continue to try to drop as it pushes to east. Look at that. Yikes. I actually think that's the radar being a little delayed. That was what the radar looked like a couple of scans ago, and this is when it was really trying to wrap up into a tornado. I don't think it did, though. I think that latest velocity scan tells me, I think we're good. Would you agree with that, Edgar?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Like I said, right now it feels like something's a little off. I've actually just been over here going through all the SPC meso analysis, just trying to look at the conditions that are out in front of the storm to see what's going on there. I mean, I don't, Stu, you could probably chime in on this because you've been looking too as well. I don't feel like there's like as much shear as there originally was thought that there was going to be in the leading edge, and maybe the winds aren't backed in the right way either.
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't paying much attention to the setup before it. I was focused on school and, college and whatever mainly. So I don't even know what the shear was forecasted to be, but it's definitely not in the strongest area of shear for sure. And let me go ahead and look at something.
Like I was looking at SRH and what we're dealing with right now on the SPC meso analysis, the RAP analysis. And you got like a pocket of 400 right in front of that storm where it's going through that strongest point. Oh, there you go. Look at there. You got it up. And if you go ahead like 2 hours, you can kind of see it dip over to 300 into Louisiana. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, there's not as much shear in the Houston metro as there is in
out front.
other southern portions and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if if that shear is going to eventually the storm will catch up with the better shear.
There is quite a bit of 3 Cape though, but it's almost outrunning the surface vorticity, which is interesting.
Do you guys want to explain what this is too? We're looking at. I got to take another bio break.
Sure. I'll let you go. Explain 3 Cape because you did earlier, Stu, and you just did a good job of it.
Yeah. So 3 Cape is your storm instability. Convective available potential energy is what Cape is abbreviated as. So 3 Cape is going to be your Cape values in the lower levels of the atmosphere. So from the surface to 3 kilometers, which is why it's called 3 Cape. So anything in that lower level is going to use that instability mainly. And then as you get further up, you can use further amounts of instability. And then surface vorticity, the best way to think of it is how likely a storm is able to rotate in the lower levels. So if you have a lower value of like 1 to 2, you're not going to get a lot. But if you're in, the 10 to 15 to 20 range, you're going to get a lot of better chance at getting rotation.
Yep. Yeah, so it's kind of like, I always try to tell people you can't just look at one parameter, right? It's like every parameter is another tool to the toolbox. And 3 Cape is a very good one, especially for tornadoes. I just saw Brady sliding in there. That was pretty sharp there, buddy.
We love to slide. Yeah, wait. Let's try it again. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
That's awesome.
It's like I'm skating. It's like I'm on skates. It's kind of hype. What do we think, chat? We like sliding?
I will say for the chat, definitely. I personally use 3 Cape and surface vorticity in squall line setups. I don't use it for supercells. It's not as helpful.
Yep, I agree. So basically, guys, they did a really good job of explaining it. The higher the number here, the more the storm is spinning, right? So you talk about 100, 200, 300, 400. The environment is conducive to more spinny storms, right?
What tool are you on? I described something different. What tool are you on? I described something different than that one.
Oh, this is helicity.
Oh, Edgar, explain helicity for us.
Oh, I mean, like the exact meteorological term for it. It's the amount. I feel like isn't helicity like kind of a combination of like the different types of shear that's going on in the atmosphere? That's the best way I know it. I am not a meteorologist at all. I am a storm chaser.
Yeah,
you Brady, you got it. Brady, you got it.
It's basically just you have a air that is can be rotating like here's lower levels of the atmosphere, here's higher levels of the atmosphere. Oh, this is a good time for the classroom. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. There we go. We're in the classroom here. There's bloody Connor. He's got a B+. Good job, Connor. You have lower levels of the atmosphere, right? You have higher levels of the atmosphere. As the air, sometimes what you get, and when you get tornadoes, oftentimes you get, at the lower levels and the higher levels, you get different wind speeds and different wind direction. And so sometimes when you get very different wind speeds and very different wind directions, say the wind's coming from this way at the higher level and the wind's coming from this way at the lower level. You get the winds as they intersect, they tend to start spinning, right? And this is imagine this is like higher up in the atmosphere. So winds start spinning, and then they're horizontal though. So they're almost like horizontal tubes of spinning air, right? Now think about a tornado. A tornado is a vertical tube of spinning air, right? A tornado goes up like this, right? Spinning, right? It goes vertically in the sky. So what can happen is these horizontal tubes of spinning air. You got a thunderstorm. Let's just draw it out. You got a thunderstorm right in here. This is like a cloud. This is your thunderstorm. You get this horizontal spinning tube, and then what happens is the updraft sucks it up like a vacuum, right? It goes zzz, and so now that horizontal tube of spinning air is now a vertical tube of spinning air, and that causes tornadoes. Because once that cloud absorbs that vertical tube of spinning air, or horizontal, now it becomes vertical, And now that's when you get your tornado that kind of basically sucks up from that.
I've always thought of it as like corkscrew, like tilting a corkscrew, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's actually what helicity can measure is like that horizontal spinning of the air. The more, the higher the number. So when you have the 400 value right here, it's pretty good.
It's basically the thunderstorm's potential for the updraft to rotate, correct? I mean,
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Now, having said that, you need a strong storm to suck that tube up.
Yep.
So just because the number's high doesn't mean it's just going to drop a tornado of the year, right? That's probably not, especially when you have a squall line. Because that, it's got to be able to suck that tube up. It's got to have a very strong updraft. And when you get lines of storms, normally they don't have, they can have strong updrafts, but not strong enough to really pull and stretch that air like you need to drop a tornado. So that was the Cat 5 classroom. Connor, oh, sorry, brother. You might be downgraded. I think Connor would be like a B- for this one. Just saying. All right, let's go back. That's vorticity.
Vorticity.
Someone just said, you're not excited? I don't know what that means, brother. I don't know what that means. So that's why these storms are, they're trying to rotate. They're trying to get going here. But it's like a helical coil. Exactly, Sleeveless Joe. New poll coming in hot. Do you like the spin or do you like the spin and slide? Watch this. I'll do the spin and slide here. What do you think? Chat, vote now. This is the spin, or this is the slide. Or do you like the spin and slide?
Could you, Brady, could you make that look more like helicity? Could you come in spinning horizontally and then straighten yourself up vertically to spin?
I can try. Yeah, let's try. Here, let's try.
Can you give a actual real life demonstration of helicity right now?
So this is the helicity.
Yeah.
Wait. F.
Yeah, don't pull O'Connor, bro. Don't. There you go. There you go. Use them hands.
Then what happens is it goes like this, and then it goes, whoa!
And you got to jump.
We start spinning.
You got to jump to show the.
We start cranking. Oh yeah.
It's ballerina Brady.
Hold on. I'm a little dizzy. Hold on.
Somebody clip this and have
AI. No, I'm not a ballerina. No. Not putting the tutu on. No.
That would be so hot, bro.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
So hot.
I can't do it. Let's go.
Let's get a hot. Let's give a hot. Let's. Brady is hot. I mean, it's Valentine's Day. We need some fire in the chat for Brady. This is a hot man that's just giving it all to you on the live stream, spinning, sliding, just dropping knowledge. What a great man Brady is.
Yeah. Kelsey, I don't even know what to
Brady
do with
ballerina
that.
is a beautiful beaver.
Don't. Let's not. We're not.
Somebody just needs to send Brady a Valentine's through DoorDash right now. That's what needs to happen.
I am gonna have to DoorDash tonight. Absolutely.
Give the man some champagne, maybe a little fettuccine Alfredo. I feel like that's a good generic Valentine's Day gift. That's what Brady needs right now.
Look how blurry I am. My connection is chalked. I don't know what just happened. Oh no, it's absolutely chalked. This is unfortunate. It's not good.
Yeah, the SBC's issued a new mesoscale discussion a few minutes ago. They're continuing to watch that squall line and looking for potentially brief tornado spin-ups.
Okay, there you go. Brother Dan, absolutely crushing it here. So this is a new mesoscale discussion here. And this is just them basically saying, hey, we are continuing the tornado watch. We are watching this line very closely. We're watching for brief spin-ups. The risk of severe... Yeah, go ahead.
There's actually one right now, if you look. I mean, that looks like getting ready to go into the Houston metro area, a little area that might need to be watched. If you look at our reflectivity there,
warning has been issued.
You can see it's going to be just to the south of Bel Air.
There it is.
Just kind of watch that. See if that wraps up and does a little curly cue.
Yep, that is, guys. What do I always say here on stream? Notches make NATOs. So I tell you what. Yeah, did someone just say that?
I did.
We need to do this. Whenever I say notches make, and then we all say NATOs together. Ready? Let's try it again. Notches make
NATO.
NATOs.
Okay, we're gonna have to work on that. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on the timing. But this is that notch, and we know what notches make.
NATOs.
NATOs. Sorry, I'm distracted looking at Storm Media and Discord. My bad.
So delayed. Shocked. This is a notch, to Edgar's point. And if you look at this digging through the city. I mean, guys, that looks nasty. I mean, that looks like a nasty little notch there. You actually saw the
It's a naughty little notch.
It's a naughty little notch. That's right.
Naughty little notch.
It's a naughty. Now, the interesting thing.
Naughty notches.
Yeah, they're kind of popping up everywhere right now.
The one that we were looking at just a second ago that we were more concerned about that was moving through Sugarland, that is gone. Notice how that notch completely collapsed. And then a new one forms right up here near Bel Air. That's about to move through the very heart of the city.
warning has been issued.
It actually is going to move a little bit south of the city. The fact that this is digging to the south too, that's a problem, right? You don't like to see that. It's almost fighting against the winds that are coming up here. So I could potentially see, but if you look at the reflectivity here, not a lot. It is trying. If this wind, you see this little wind, the red, right? Red is moving away from the radar, so it's moving that way. Green is moving towards the radar, so it's moving that way. So you've got wind moving in opposite directions here. If that wind, the inflow, if the inflow can work its way into the storm here, we would be in trouble. Now, I'm guessing the reason why these things haven't made it like they normally would, this would normally be going off, is because the inflow isn't very strong, right? We are not talking about a very strong low pressure system just yet. And so the wind that's coming up from the south here, let me just go to the full radar because this will be a good explanation here. The wind that we're looking at is not incredibly, our storm system, our low pressure that's spawning all of this action is not particularly strong just yet. Our low, you can see, is right up here. Here's the center of the low. Let me draw the cold front as well.
Brady, that notch just dug a little deeper on the next radar scan there. Yeah.
Okay.
You can kind of see it tucked in behind now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that. So here's the cold front, guys. Here's the warm front right here. You've got warm, moist air coming up from the Gulf. You've got this. I drew this earlier on the stream, but this is a really good explanation of what's happening. You've got cold air wrapping around the backside. That's that air that's moving through Edgar and Oklahoma City. That's that kind of cooler air, that 50-degree air. So it's not incredibly cold just yet. But our low that we have, here's the center of it. This thing is not that strong just yet, right? It's pretty weak in terms of storm systems, in terms of low pressures. So what you're having here, you are having air getting sucked up towards the center of this thing, but it's not, it's not sucking very hard just yet at the center because the air, once again, the pressure isn't that low, so you're not really having air being pulled up very strongly. So the inflow that's being pulled into these storms is not particularly strong. So if we take a closer view at the cold front here, you've got this inflow that's being pulled up from the Gulf, and that's being ingested into the storms. But the inflow isn't that strong because the low pressure isn't that strong. So you're not getting very strong inflow into these things, which is why they're not going crazy from a tornado perspective. You've got the shear there. You've got the environment there. You just don't. The missing piece is the inflow. So that's a problem, and that's why these storms aren't going tornado warned like they should be. Now let's take a look closer because Edgar's point, this is a nasty, nasty, nasty hook that's just south of Houston. It is continuing to dig to the south, but there is something that's preventing it from...
Go back one radar scan too. You can see like on the reflectivity there.
Yeah, let's put it in motion here.
You could see it looked like it was dug in there pretty deep for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Look at that thing digging down there. Wow. It's beautiful.
Paying close attention to correlation coefficient.
Look at that, Edgar, too. Look at the one to the south.
The one right to the south is starting to extend out.
Yeah. Once again, guys, on this channel here, notches make
NATOs. Sorry, I'm trying to look at traffic cams, and these.
Hey,
traffic
at least you
cams
said it.
are
Dan
off.
didn't say anything. Look at Dan. He's just smiling. He's not even saying anything right now. What's going on? Meanwhile, I'm just like totally pixelated right now. What is happening?
These traffic cams are chalked. Dan, tell Texas to get better traffic cams.
Well, it's hard for us to afford cameras. They're expensive.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. So, we're watching these storms as they move through the metro area. This, guys, I tell you what, with a little bit stronger inflow, these would be tornadoes. Pretty much each of these notches would be a tornado because they are absolutely notching out in a massive way right now. You've got, basically, let's just go down the line here. Let's go all the way up to, oh no, what's this one? Dan, help me out here.
That is wait, what?
Atascocita.
Atascosa.
Atascosa.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or Atascocita. Who knows? Is anyone in the chat? W to the mods. Is anyone in the chat in Atascocita? If you are, tell me if I'm pronouncing that correct. If
Probably not.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, we've got a couple notches here, guys. One little bitty one up there, one near Atascocita, one here, one down here. We've got about 5 or 6 notches in this line.
Brady, go look. This actually looks like it might be a possible tornado. Go down further south, look to the west of Holiday Lakes, and look at your velocity scan there on that notch.
Oh, yeah.
You got some gate to gate there right now.
Is that near Corpus Christi?
West of West Columbia.
West of Angleton.
Is that just south of? Is that this one right here? This little.
Just switch to velocity. You'll see it. It's a clear like red and green together there.
Yeah, there's no correlation coefficient drop yet.
Yeah, but that's on a nasty little hook right there.
That is.
Yeah. I would not be shocked if they issue this. Now the good news is this is going to be eventually over the open waters of the Gulf. Right now, this is that velocity signature. So let's go to the storm. Yikes! Look at that, guys. Storm relative velocity. You absolutely could have a tornado on the ground with this. I would not be shocked.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
This is a new severe thunderstorm warning.
I'm actually.
I was going to say it's got a torque possible tag, and they just issued a new warning.
This needs to be tornado warned, I think.
And it's still got a torque possible tag on it.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting how they do those now, where they on like lower end possible tornadoes that they just leave the severe on and then make it a torque possible, which I understand why you don't want but out of everything we've seen today, that looks the closest.
That's gotta be warned.
That I've seen.
Think it could be slightly a bit of noise though, because if you look at reflectivity, you'll notice that notch has a sharp cutoff from orange and then straight to green. So it could be an issue. If
could be a little bit there.
Radar. But I would, if you're ahead of the storm, definitely be close to shelter, if not in shelter already, because even if there is not a tornado, these strong winds are still going to be powerful.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at different radars here to get different shots of this.
It went away with the next scan. It definitely went down a lot with the next scan.
Yeah. Okay. And guys, here's the velocity here. The tricky thing, that looks like a tornado right there. The tricky thing with these types of situations, guys, is in this line. If a tornado drops, it's going to last for, 5, 6, 7
seconds. Well, sometimes seconds, honestly.
Yeah, sometimes seconds. Yeah, exactly. 5, 6, 7 minutes is a lot for this thing to last.
Yeah, max.
So the problem with these types of storms is if you warn it, by the time you get the warning out there, the tornado likely hit the ground and then went up in the air.
Yeah.
Right. And then everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're overwarning tornadoes. Like you have literally seconds to get this warning out. And Dan, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and it takes a couple of minutes from the time the meteorologist is issuing the warning on their desktop to the time it's disseminated out into your phone.
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah,
and it takes, and then even the radar scans are, there's a slight delay there for them, like, especially when you're talking about seconds with how fast these things are going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally agree. Watch how fast, we're just going to slow this down here. Watch how fast this rotation right there, and then watch it just disappear, gone. I mean, by the time they would have issued this warning, which if I just look at that one radar image right here, right now, right there, and then right there. If I look at that coupled with the hook that's on this thing, let's just go here. Here's the hook, right? I'm issuing that warning, right? If it's me right about there, I'm going to issue that warning. The problem with that, with these types of lines, is by the time I issue the warning, communicating out to the public, gone. Look, gone, right? So that's the problem with these types of setups is there's no real good way to do it, because if I issue tornado warning and then I'm going to look like an idiot when nothing happened. Like there could have absolutely been a tornado right there. You could have put a brief tornado that touched the ground, did some damage, right? And that's why they're going to have damage surveys tomorrow. But then by the time I issue the warning, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, it's a 5-minute volume scan, and then if it's not in sales mode, so
that's right. Yeah, and in sales mode is where they basically they'll scan more often, right? They'll scan more than the radar right now is running 5 seconds, right? Every 5 minutes it does a scan. When they have severe weather, sometimes they can up that time to what is it, Dan? Like a minute?
Yeah, it runs like every minute or two. Because
sometimes in these situations.
Yeah, they're not doing a full volume scan. They're kind of focused in on that area.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's so many little notches in the storm. It's pretty crazy. Bunch of little guys.
Insane. Yeah. They are absolutely trying to drop tornadoes as they move through the Houston. Now Houston is getting the brunt of it right now. They just had the winds move through. They just had the rain move through. Now they're getting in on some of the lightning. Welcome to the channel, Chick28. That is a great little name there. As they move through the Houston metro, Baytown, you're going to be up next. Winds to 60, actually 70 miles an hour. So they've upgraded this severe thunderstorm warning as it moves through the Houston metro. They're seeing potentially winds to 70 miles an hour. And they've now just issued, what is this? Is that like a sea warning? Yeah, special marine warning. So if we have any boaters, off the coast of Houston watching this stream, it's time to take the boat in. It's time to take the boat in and go back to shore, right? If you're watching this stream and on a boat right now, I don't care if it's in Texas, let me know. Let me know in chat. If you're just watching us from Texas, let me know. If you're on a boat anywhere in the world, let me know. I'm curious, do we have any boaters in the chat?
We need to chase a boat one day.
We absolutely do. We absolutely do. If we go back up here, that's right, Lucy, fish storm. Let's go back up here in the line. A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Get a new warning coming in as well. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. You can see Shreveport, the storms have just moved through there. You guys just have this special weather statement. So winds to 50, but that's it. That's really peanuts compared to what we have further south. Further south, going through Mansfield, going into San Augustine, going through Many, about to be in Nacogdoches. Mispronounced that once again. Another special weather statement as well. Winds to 50. So you're seeing a common theme here. The north side of this line, not too bad, right?
Hey,
not
Brady.
really worried. Yeah, go ahead, Stu.
I might have a CC drop here that's very tiny. It's going to be southwest of Pasadena, Texas, in Brookside Village.
Okay. Let's take a look.
Might be a very tiny CC drop within here, and this is going to be an unwarned tornado if that is the case. Yeah, go. Let's see. Where are
Holiday
you at
Lakes?
here?
Is that what you're looking at?
No. Where are we at?
Near Manville?
It's south of the Houston metro, just south of that outer belt there.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a look. South of the Houston metro. Let's try to compare it with the radar here.
Where Pasadena is, southwest of that. I wish I could know. The
Further
one that's
south?
just north. No, the one that's further north of that.
Right here?
Yeah, zoom in. Yeah, right on that, and then put up velocity on there.
Okay, hold on.
and you'll notice how it got tighter within the massive couplet there.
Yeah, there could be something there. Notice how the winds picked up in a major way here. That's either straight line wind damage or that is a tornado trying to form here. So once again, we are zoomed way far. This is southeast of Houston near Pearland, right? Near Brookside Village. We had what we're looking at on the right side of the screen. That is your velocity, right? That is your wind. So where you see the blue, that is stronger wind. Where you see the green, that is stronger wind. And then on the left side of the screen, that's your correlation coefficient. So that's this thing right here. We're looking, is there a debris signature right in there? See that little bit of yellow and blue? That potentially could be debris. Now that's right where the wind is the strongest. That's right where you see that blue. If you just, I'm just going to circle this right there. That is right on the edge of the blue and where there'll be a little bit of red. So potentially, there potentially is something there. Now, I want to see the next scan here because I'm not ready to say there's a tornado on the ground just yet. That also could just be a very strong pocket of wind. Look at the wind here. It's picking up.
On the next scan, it did just go away. But again, we just talked about how those tornadoes can touch down in seconds. So it could have been something. We don't know.
That's right. Yeah. And this is how this goes, right, guys? This is how this goes. You get little spin ups here. The next scan just came in. You can see the debris signature on the left-hand side gone. It's no longer there. On the right side, you still see that pocket of wind moving through Pearland. So that could have just been some very strong wind. But what tells me, a little bit of a tell sign here, you don't see much red here on the north side. You see very little to zero. So that just tells me this is a strong pocket of wind. It's jutting out, but the inflow is just not strong enough. It's not strong enough to spin something and sustain something, right? To sustain that rotation right in there. Because what you'll get is the inflow will try to work its way in here, and then this actually will push the inflow and start to get some natural spin there. But the inflow is just not strong enough. It's just not there for a particular tornado. So I think if there was something, it's no longer on the ground. And now we're just looking at very strong wind gusts, potentially 50, 60, maybe 70 miles an hour. I don't think we're getting 80-mile-an-hour gusts. That's probably a little bit higher up in the atmosphere. We could be getting gusts to 70 miles an hour about to move through Friendswood and eventually into League City, Texas. So good call there, Stu. Absolutely good call, brother Stu.
You're welcome.
What would you guys say the chances of a tornado within the next 30 minutes be? That is a great question, brother.
6, 7.
Yeah, 6 to 7%. Oh no, it's so chalked.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think the greatest tornado threat is probably going to be here in the next hour or 2 or 3. There will likely be an overnight tornado threat that you do get in Louisiana. That's why they are going to extend that tornado watch here. But this line that just moved through Houston has got an insane amount of notches, right? And that's where your tornado threat is greatest by far. Now, Edgar, to your point, brother, the atmosphere. We are missing an ingredient here. There is something missing from these particular storms. Edgar's absolutely...
I just devoured chicken, bro. I just devoured a chicken patty. It was amazing.
I'm going to order DoorDash here in a second. I will have to eventually leave here in a little bit. But I'm going to stay live for as long as I possibly can for my brother in here. And, Dan, Stu, Edgar, if you guys got to go, don't feel like you got to stay. You guys have already been epic tonight. Guys, let's hear it. Let's hear it right now for Brother Stu, for Brother Edgar, and for Brother Dan. They have absolutely killed it.
There was a little spike of wind in that same little area there with 100 mile per hour that just happened. I mean, I'm sure that's a little bit up in the atmosphere, but
yeah,
got dark purple. My bad.
That's right.
I'm just over here.
Let's spam the W's. Now is your chance to spam. Let's spam everyone that's watching this stream. Spam W's. I want to see the chat absolutely light up like the 4th of July for these 3 lovely brethren that are joining us tonight. What were you going to say,
Stu's lovely Valentine.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Stu's the only one that's smart enough to be with his Valentine right now.
I know. It's chalked. What were you going to say, Stu?
This is Aubrey. This is my amazing Valentine.
Hello, Aubrey. Do you know anything about weather, Aubrey?
Aubrey knows nothing.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, if you did know something, feel free to chime in. If you see anything on radar, you're like, I'm concerned.
We're all just making it up, so you could fit right in.
That's right. That's right. It's a massive W to those guys. The chat is absolutely popping off with W's. This is the current radar. And guys, I tell you what, there is something missing. Like what I've been telling you all stream, there is something absolutely missing from these storms right now, or else they would be going off.
Carol Hosey 9,489 super chatted $4.
Oh, Dan. It's your Valentine, Dan.
Aww.
Wow. Carol, massive W in chat. She said, thank you guys, especially Dan. Dan, Valentine's Day. Carol, I mean, we're cooking something up here.
Kisses in the chat for Dan.
Happy Valentine's Day, Carol. Thank you so much. Wow.
Yes. I tell you what here. Not only on stream are we looking at the weather. We're playing matchmaker. Okay?
We also have a tornado warning.
Oh, we got to lock in.
Tornado warning for Galveston County in southeastern Texas.
There it is.
Northeastern Brazoria County in southeastern Texas. Southeastern Harris County in southeastern Texas.
That was that little. That was. I'm telling you, there was a crazy little spike there. I bet that's what issue.
Lock in.
Issue date.
Yeah. So
warning.
They've basically taken all of those notches and said, we're not messing around. We're going to issue one big warning.
Yeah. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yeah.
Chat, that is what's called a blanket warning. There's an actual term for that.
Interesting. Here's the warning, guys. They just issued this. And the language they're using for this, severe thunderstorms, right? You'll notice they use thunderstorms in the warning. So to Stu's and Edgar's and Dan's point, they're here. Wait, that's not where they use that. Here it is. Severe thunderstorms. So they're basically saying, hey, there's notches out the wazoo here. We don't know which notch is on the ground. We're just going to put a warning out because of the fact that there's just so many of those notches, and they potentially, any one of them could drop a tornado here. So this warning does not include the Houston Metro. It's just off to the east of the Houston Metro. It does include League City, though. This is where the heart of this particular warning is. Let me see if I can find a better radar here. So the Galveston radar is very, very close to these storms. And so we're going to get a pretty up close and personal shot at this rotation here. There's one down here that has my attention a little bit, and then there's one, maybe this one up here near League City, but I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing much. Let's look at the reflectivity here. So if you look at the radar, this is probably our best tool to look at where a tornado would be in these types of lines, right? Velocity is good, but reflectivity often tells, at least in this particular situation, the full story here. So there's 3 notches that I'm looking at. Each of those 3 notches potentially could be trying to drop a tornado here. Now, if we take this back, I think the notches were actually more pronounced, right? Here's when this notch started going crazy near Pearl Land. Yeah, and that was exactly what you had said, right, Edgar?
Yeah. And when you see that, like you on the velocity there too, there was like 106 mile per hour wind reading. And that's pretty close to the radar site. So, I mean, it could be interference, but being that close to the radar site, I would say it's probably was lower to the ground. Like if you zoomed in pretty far on a pretty zoomed in level, I think it was on that Pearl Land storm. There was like one scan where it lit up bright purple in there. And, it was like right after that scans when they issued it. So, I mean, I'm sure they're just being careful. I mean, too, it's going through an area where we just talked about that there's a little bit better ingredients right along the coast there for possible tornadoes. And that line's getting very, very close, especially as it gets out there to that Galveston area. We have to definitely keep an eye on it.
Yeah, 100%. There is when it got this is the same storm, the Pearl Land storm. This is the same one that we said could have been warned. Remember that? We said that about 15 minutes ago. We said this one, I might have warned it for a second, but the problem is by the time it went off, this was about maybe 15, 20 minutes ago, right when it had this nasty notch that move through. That was when we said we would warn it. And it's continued to swing down to the east. It still has that nasty notch, still has very strong winds. We're looking at right now on the right here. This is the reflectivity. This is the radar. This is the rain and the wind that is kind of wrapping around. And then on the right side, this is the velocity. This is your wind, right? So anywhere you see the green, that is stronger wind that's moving towards the radar. Anywhere you see the red, that is wind going away from the radar. So where you see them, both of them meet, that is where the rotation would be. Now, if I'm looking at this right now, it actually looks like what you're looking at when you look for the notches. Welcome all the brother that just joined the channel here. What you'll notice here is the notches are no longer as defined. Now, that could be they're getting really close to the radar here, so that's another aspect of this is they are literally, the radar is right here. So the storms are literally on top of the radar. So that's another little, aspect of it. We're going to start to lose visual of these storms as the radar starts to shoot, underneath of the storm here. But the notches that we're looking at on screen here, these are getting less defined. So that could be hit the wrong button here. That could be another aspect of this. Yeah, we don't want to go. Actually, let's see if this one. That is actually a good shot of that. If we take a look at further to the south here, the 3 notches that are on this storm are right here, and right here. And you'll notice if we take a look just a little bit further back, right there, those notches were much more well-defined. You can see they look like hooks, right? Like Captain Hook, R, matey.
Arr.
But as we go, there you go. Right, Edgar, give us an R.
Arr.
There we go. That's going to be a soundboard that I'm going to get soon. But look at how That's chalked. That's chalked. I don't know what's going on backstage, but we need to lock it in. Okay. So this is the wind right here. That's moving through. You can see the notches, although look at the latest scan. You got this one that's starting to try to crank up again as well. So, it's a good warning that they issued by the National Weather Service. I don't see anything that says, we're going to have a tornado imminently on the ground, but you absolutely could in any one of those 3 notches right there.
Hey, Brady.
Yeah.
We've got a new tornado watch out for that Mexico discussion earlier, so that's going to be Louisiana and Mississippi in that.
Okay. So that is a new tornado watch that we just got in. That's right, Sarah. Lock in. That's right. We did just get a new extension of our new tornado watch that was just issued. This is actually just a small sliver of this.
That goes
from
further north.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it's not loaded in for you yet, but that goes all the way up to the top of the Louisiana-Arkansas border there. So that goes all the way up to Lake Providence, and it includes Vicksburg, Mississippi. It does not include it does include part of the Jackson, Mississippi metro as well. So it actually goes out pretty far east, and it goes down to Baton Rouge as well, as you guys can see there.
Interesting. Edgar, is that a salute? Are you doing like a salute on top of your head right there?
Yes.
Oh, he has both now.
That's disturbing.
I wish it was a musical instrument. Bing, 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 bing.
It's shocked. Do we have any Texas brother in the chat? Let me know right now. If you're in Houston, if you're in Galveston, if you're in Baymont, I think that's Louisiana. Let me know in chat. If you're in Texas, if you're in Louisiana, raise your hand. Say, I'm a Texas brethren. I'm a Louisiana brethren. Let me know in chat so I know where to focus. This, by far, though, out of all this, all the action that we got in this line, this is by far the strongest storms. If we look up here in Louisiana, this stuff is falling apart up here. The energy is not there. This is just a classic weak squall line. So we do have a tornado watch up there. I'm not as concerned up for these storms in northern Louisiana. And then this one's about to move through Nachitoches right here. That one's going to move through there as well. So I'm not too concerned about those storms. Maybe this one near Leesville, that one you do have to kind of watch here. But all the action right now, all the juice, all the storms, all of the rotating storms are down here in Texas. Okay? We've got, that's right. We got your immortal queen is from Texas. We got Andy. He's MSYO. I don't know what that is. We got Rockin' Robin here. We got a brother Texan in chat. Jabbit, Baytown, Texas here. Is Baytown in the path of these storms?
MS is Mississippi, by the way.
Okay, got it. We got a Mississippi brother in the chat. We got people from all across the South here. So Baytown. Wait, Baytown's right here. Oh my goodness.
Baytown.
Kevin Sparks
just gave a $25.
$25. Another banger show, brother. Love to all my friends.
Kevin.
Yeah. Massive W. That is a massive donation there from brother Kevin. Massive donation. Oh yeah. Huge donation, Kevin. We love that. Kevin with the 20 bomb. All right, this is Baytown. Baytown, you are not under a tornado warning right now, but you do have a nasty storm moving through. I don't think this is a tornado, but it does have the potential here. It is rotating, and it is a notch. So this storm is quickly moving over top of you right now. I'm going to be honest. I would just, take cover just in case. This is going to be a nasty storm regardless. But I don't think there's a tornado imminent. But absolutely, one could try to spin up especially once it gets over the lake here. What is this lake called? I don't know.
Hey, Brady.
It's a bay, I'm pretty sure.
Bay.
So we've got multiple Department of Transportation cameras are down in the area of that tornado warning, and multiple power flashes have been spotted as well. So either some strong winds or some maybe a quick tornado down in there. So definitely take cover if you are ahead of this line. This is definitely the strongest line of the system so far.
Okay, so that's a good call, guys. This is absolutely where we need to focus here in Texas. There are potential power outages. There are potential power flashes down here. Now, that could be from strong wind. That could be from a tornado. That could be from a combination of the two. So, there's absolutely Yeah, go ahead, Edgar.
I was going to say, it's so close. I'm like looking at the velocity scans, like right there by Liverpool. You got... there's a bunch of areas, and it's so hard to get reliable data right now with how close it is to the radar site.
100%.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I feel like, honestly, like I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like that might be another reason why they put that blanket warning out in this situation, because there was potential for some spin up tornadoes, and there's going to be a minute before we're going to be able to see anything.
Don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I don't like this.
It's interesting.
The problem, guys, is when you get so close to here, guys, here's the radar right here. You can see the beams shooting out here. When you get so close to the radar right here, it's almost impossible because the radar beam, the way it measures things is it shoots the beam out, right? And it hits the storm. Let me just draw this here.
At a tilt.
Yeah, exactly. This is another classroom moment, chat. Lock in.
Bring it in. Bring in the classroom.
We spent so much time working on this. Gotta at least plug it every once in a while. So the radar beam, imagine here's your radar. Your radar beam shoots out, right? Here's the storm right here. It's puffing up, and the radar beam will hit the storm, come back and say, okay, here's what the storm looks like, right? And depending on what level of the storm it hits, it can hit the top of the storm, it can hit the lower part of the storm. It all depends on how close the radar is to that storm. When you have this storm, this is the radar. When you have this storm that's like, let's just draw the radar like right here. When you have a storm that's like right on top of the radar beam actually can miss the storm itself. And so now what the radar beam is measuring is lower in the atmosphere, like the wind's down close to the surface. And so it gets really hard for us to tell where the tornadoes are when the storm is so close, because you're actually there. It is, new tornado warning.
Tornado warning.
It might be an
for
extension.
Southwestern Bienville Parish in northwestern Louisiana.
Oh, that's up by south of Shreveport.
In northwestern Louisiana.
Interesting. Let's take a look.
As we're going to that, there are currently 33,000 customers out and climbing in Harris County, Texas. That's for the Houston metro, and we've got, I believe, around 70,000 without power in Texas in total.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, that is a nice velocity scan on that tornado warning there. Very classic. Very classic QLCS velocity scan there.
Oh yeah. Yep. Guys, this is a potential quick spin up. This will be likely on the ground if it does hit the ground here. Let me just zoom out and show you where this is at. So this is Louisiana, just to the southeast of Shreveport, Louisiana. this is where that tornado would be. So here's Shreveport right here. Here is where that tornado warning is. This is for, let's just see. Do we have any Louisiana brother in the chat? I'll go through this county by county if you need me to. This is southwestern Beanville Parish in northwestern Louisiana. So that's where this warning is. Let's take a look. Let's go side by side here. Let's just look at the reflectivity here. It's loading. Okay, that's velocity. Let's go to reflectivity. You can see the notch isn't as, looking at the radar here, the notch isn't as obvious because it's rain wrapped, but you can definitely see a little bit of a notch there as well when you compare it to, you absolutely can see the winds here. I mean, this is, to your point, Edgar, this is about as clear cut as it gets in terms of a QLCS type tornado. You've got the red, winds going away from the radar. You've got the green. This is what I mean by wrapping up in. You see how the green kind of wraps up inside of this? That tells me that this is wrapping, you got wind that's spinning around in a circle. When you have wind that's spinning around in a circle, what is that? That's just a couple of things that could be, right, Dan? You got a hurricane. That's not a hurricane. You got a tornado.
Tornado.
Yeah, tornado. And what, I mean, is there anything else that spins like that, guys?
You.
Yes, you did earlier.
Correct.
Stu is correct.
I'm gonna burn that clip because that was bad. That was not graceful at all. I can spin better than that, by the way, chat. This is likely a tornado that's trying to form. If you're looking to get a tornado in here, you can see how the center of this thing is not much wind. That's classic, right? That's a classic signature of a quick spin up. Now, in a couple of scans, this is probably going to go away, right? You probably will see the tornado. If it's on the ground, it'll dissipate very quickly. But nonetheless, it is trying to drop a potential tornado here. Let's just take a look. Not much here in terms of debris, guys. Don't see anything that would indicate debris just yet. This is all, kind of noise right in here. That's not debris. That is more just on the noise side as well. So then we got the League City warning as well. We have two tornado warnings that we're tracking right now. Let's go take a look at the League City and Galveston warning down here because this is where our second tornado warning is. And look at that. I tell you what, Dan, it looks like the notches are kind of still there, but they're losing their definition a little bit.
Yeah. It just, it's cycling through and you'll maybe get another notch cycle up.
Yeah. And this hole right here, guys, this is the radar. So the radar is just to the northwest of Dickinson. It's so hard to get a shot into these storms here. And one of the notches is literally moving right over top of Dickinson. So if all of a sudden this radar stops working, pretty good indication something happened. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but it's so hard to look at the velocity on these storms and be able to tell anything. What this tells me is the winds are actually moving like this through the radar because, once again, red is wind going away from the radar and green is wind going towards the radar. So the wind is just moving over top of the radar there. It's not changing directions. Where it is potentially changing directions is, see this hook right here? That's where it is changing directions. It's just southeast of Dickinson is where you potentially could have another hook.
Yeah, that looks very, very indicative of a possible QLCS tornado right there.
100%.
Definitely. I mean, definitely can't confirm it because of where it's at on the radar site, but yep, that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
we just got another scan in. It looked like.
And this is exactly where this would be, right? So of all the hooks here, this is probably the one up in Louisiana that could be producing. This one also could be producing in this tornado warning. This is just to the south. Here's League City up here. So this is just to the southwest of Lake City, just to the, oh, there it is. Whoa, look at that.
Boom.
Whoa, what did I miss? I had to go to the bathroom. Bio break.
You missed a pretty intensification in a radar scan there.
Apparently.
Yeah, look at that jump, guys. So this is a combination of a couple of things too, guys. This is the winds picking up and strengthening, but also they're getting further away from the radar. So The winds were right on top of the radar right here. Watch how they just, once they move over, they just shoot out, right? That could be them getting a little stronger. That could also be the winds getting further away. And so now the radar beam is shooting higher in the cloud. When, generally when you go higher in the atmosphere, the winds will increase for storms, right? At least. So this could be a combination of a couple things. Now, I don't notice the green anymore. So that tells me maybe it's not rotating as much. Maybe it's more straight line type stuff. But regardless, this is a nasty looking storm. All, this whole storm with this notch here, this little notch here, all of those are trying to rotate. And look at the radar here. This is actually not good. When you see this defined hook like this, and look how there's a little bit of daylight. Look how there's a little bit of green and not yellow in there. What is that, right? What is that radar signature right there? That is actually, that's the inflow working its way into the storm. And so when you see that little bit of a notch, a little bit of a break there in the storm itself, that tells me it's rotating, right? And that tells me that's inflow getting in. And the further in, the further that wraps around the notch, the more likely you are to have a tornado out of this, because the winds are already wrapped around this way. If they fully wrap around, you start spinning in a circle, and that's when you get a tornado that potentially touches the ground. So we'll have to
Brady,
keep an eye on that. Go ahead, Stu.
Are you able to pull up the terminal Doppler weather radars on Weatherfront? Are you able to pull those up? Because there is a terminal radar there, and it shows a very good depiction of the velocities. I can send it to you on Discord if you need.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can pull that up yet. They're probably going to add that. The Weatherfront brethren are awesome. So
right.
my guess is that's in the in the plans here.
We have new tornado warning.
What?
New tornado warning.
Okay.
I just sent it to you right now, though.
Okay. Stu, I'm going to pull that up. Maybe you can talk through this real quick while I take another bio break.
Tornado warning for southwestern Galveston County in southeastern Texas, eastern Brazoria County in southeastern Texas.
All right, so what we're looking at here is the exact same storm that we were just looking at, except rather than using the National Weather Service radar, we're now looking at the terminal radar. So this is going to be a lower powered radar site, but it can still give us a good view of storms that are up close. And right now it is painting a really good picture at where the strongest couplets are in the storm. And that southern couplet actually just intensified even further. I can't pull up correlation coefficient, unfortunately, but it looks like that these tornadoes could be very imminent and close to being on the ground. So if you are anywhere along the path of this, along the coast, I would definitely get into your shelter. And I don't know, Edgar, are you seeing anything? Dan?
No, I mean, you said what you said is correct. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, those all of those look like they could be putting down little tornadoes. I was just reading through the new tornado warning just to see if they had any type of confirmation in there, and they do not.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah, so that new tornado warning is lined up for Pirates Cove. So if you're in the Pirates Cove area, seek shelter immediately.
Yeah. These couplets are on the terminal radar. They look a lot stronger.
They do.
They are. I believe the terminal radars are lower than the Weather Service radars. Like they don't shoot up as high into the storm. So they could be giving us better ground truth as to what's really happening there. But I guess we will just have to wait and see. Again, I'm not seeing anything on correlation coefficient.
Yeah, me either.
So as of right now, there's nothing, but who knows?
It's always important to wash your hands after you use the bathroom.
Yes.
On tips.
I mean, on velocity, on reflectivity, that thing looks nasty.
Yikes.
Looks nasty.
Yeah. So, guys, what they've done here is they had that broad general tornado warning, right? And they've now narrowed it down to this storm. So there absolutely still could be a tornado moving to Texas City, but they've now basically narrowed down and said, okay, the best chance within this tornado warning here, where'd my pen go? Here it is. The best chance within this tornado warning that already is warned, this whole box right here, that is a tornado warning. Within that box, the best chance of getting a tornado is right in here, right in that hook, right? See that? We've been talking about these, the hook, the notch. What do notches make, guys? Notches make
tornadoes.
Does the Galveston airport have any webcams?
Maybe.
Because it's about to go right towards the Galveston airport, which is
It
just to
is.
the south of Galveston there. I wonder if there's any webcam streams of that.
Dan or Stu, could you maybe look that up real quick? Let's see. This storm is you're right. It's headed right at Galveston or just to the south. This new tornado warning. This is for this nasty hook. This is Jamaica Beach, south of Galveston. This storm's going to be right on top of you, almost imminently. So if you are in that area, first of all, drop the phone, put it in your pocket, get to a safe place. That's a basement. This is like right along the beach here. They
probably no basements.
Yeah. do they have basements here though?
Probably not that close to the ocean would be my guess. No.
Yeah, that's chalked.
The centermost room of your home is where you want to get, at least if you, right? I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
Especially on the barrier islands. That's the part that's
a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big problem. So they've just dropped the tornado warning here. So they had this box was a tornado warning. That's now canceled. They have now just, like I was telling you, they've refined this tornado warning to only now include Jamaica Beach, Tiki Island, like the southern area of Galveston, which this is where we were at, Dan. This is where we went when we chased, right? We came here to Galveston and went to the beach here. So there's actually some Stormcat 5 stickers on the poles here at the beach. And this storm is headed right towards you guys. So take a look at the velocity here. I mean, you got a very strong pocket of wind pushing out this way. You've got some inflow.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
It's a new severe thunderstorm warning here. You've got some inflow. It's trying to work its way back into the storm here. As this storm gets further away from the radar, we'll have a better idea about what it looks like higher up in the storm. Right now, there absolutely could be a tornado on the ground here with this. Now, the good news is, latest scan, things often change very quickly here with storms like these. QLCS, that's quasi-linear stationary. Wait, did I say that right?
Quasi-linear convective system.
There you go.
There we go.
Bada bing.
With these QLCS type storms, things change like that. You get a tornado that drops, and then 5-10 minutes later, maybe seconds later, it's done with. So we'll have to keep watching the radar here with these scans, but that latest scan tells me that's a good sign, right? If you're not wanting a tornado, that latest scan tells me maybe the tornado that was there has lifted. See how it was a very defined hook right there, right? Looks, very defined notch, right? But then gone. Now it's not as defined. And when you get this, right, when you have a very defined notch like that, that is wind that's strong, right? It's very strong wind wrapping around in a circle, right? Because it's pulling the rain. All of this, this is all rain that you see on the screen, right? That's all rain and potentially hail. And so the tighter the notch is, the stronger that circle of winds is pulling that rain around. Now, when you see in the latest scan, watch how now it's like messy. Now there's really no notch, there's no hook. That means the winds that were super tight are a little bit more, kind of like all over the place, right? Because the rain is no longer being pulled around in a tight circle. So that's why we look for that notch, is because that rain gets tight around there. That is a bad sign. When it isn't like this, when it's kind of messy, it's a little bit of a better sign. Doesn't mean there's no tornado on the ground, but Brother Edgar, it lessens the chances certainly.
For sure, yeah. And the good news is we only have, for this particular storm, we probably only got about another 20 or 30 minutes before the leading edge is on the other side of those barrier islands there.
That's right. Yeah. The good news here, guys, is by far the area with the greatest tornado threat is down here. Now, these storms moving into Louisiana, they absolutely have a tornado threat.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
And they just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning. But by far, the greatest tornado threat right here is in this area. And these storms are minutes away from being over the Gulf. And so that's good news. You're not out of the woods yet in Galveston. This thing is, we always draw on this screen. This is an embedded supercell here, trying to get its structure here. This looks like a whale. Anytime you see a storm that looks like a whale, right? That's not good. That means the storm is trying to become a supercell here. And this is absolutely wailing out. This has been a long time since I've drawn this on the screen here. It is a happy whale here. It's a little bit angry as well. But yeah, it's trying. It's certainly trying. So if you're in Galveston even if you're in the city of Galveston, I would just take this seriously. I would treat this like there is a tornado on the ground from basically Jamaica Beach to Galveston. This is where I'm most concerned about at this particular moment. Let's take a look up north. Let's just double check on our tornado warning up here, up to the north here. And guys, keep me honest here, Dan, Stu and Edgar, if anything looks incredibly frightening here with that southern storm, I will go right back to it. This is the northern storm. I just want to take a look at this tornado warning. There are 2 tornado warnings right now. This is the second warning up here. And this is no longer a problem anymore. I am not concerned about this particular storm, at least in the short term. These things last very, just not very long, right? And you can see this is now pretty much straight line wind. You've got wind going this way and then wind coming up this way. So this is not, you don't see bright green next to bright red. You don't see it curling around. And if we go back to velocity or reflectivity, looks like an absolute mess. So this storm up here that is tornado warned, they're going to let this thing most likely expire up here just to the southeast of, let's see, what's that town? What was that? Shreveport. Just to the southeast of Shreveport, this was our tornado warning. They're likely going to allow that to expire in the next 15, 20 minutes here. Now, we're going to have to watch this line, all up and down this line. Any sort of notches that you'll notice, there are some, one here, one here, one here trying to form. Anywhere along this line, you could potentially see a spin up here. This is another notch that you got to watch. Any of these little kinks in the line, that's a problem.
Has been issued.
And they're going to continue probably warning these for the majority of the night as this line moves to the east here. So let's check back in on this storm. And I don't know, guys. I mean, has anyone got any thoughts on this? I think it's kind of lost its hook here.
Yeah, it's lost its punch.
Wow, that is massive.
Wow, that is massive. Big Rig Nate.
That's a great name.
It is.
Big Rig Nate.
It is an absolute W name. He's checking in. He's been a member for 7 months. Are you kidding me? That is incredible. Big Rig Nate. Oh, you better drive a massive 14-wheeler.
It's got a massive hog.
I love it. Yeah, I'm thinking this is Gus. I tell you what, guys, look at this. Look at these winds. Oh my. Oh mama.
Yeah, Texas City's getting hammered.
Oh yeah. Say that. You can say that again, Dan.
Texas City's getting hammered.
Jackhammered.
We love it, Dan. This is absolutely, these winds are gusting to 70, possibly higher. So Texas City, Port Bolivar, Galveston even, you're about to get hammered here with winds likely gusting over 70 miles an hour, especially in this little pocket of very strong winds. Let's put this in motion here. Look at this thing. Just absolutely bowling out. Look at that. Wow. And I'll be honest, guys.
There could actually be multiple tiny mesovortices just north of that big pocket of wind there. Literally right next to it.
Yeah, that is very, what Stu is saying is so on point here, because this is a good thing. This storm is moving over top of the Gulf here and about to be over open water, because you would see it whenever you have this pocket, this very strong pocket of wind, you're going to get a notch right to the north of that. So you'll likely see something try to spin up here and in the next 15 minutes, but it'll be over open water. So because you've got this inflow coming in, when this pocket of very strong wind runs into it, it's going to cause this inflow to start to turn like this. And you're just going to get natural rotation. And so that's a good sign that this storm is going to move over top of the water, because look at the notch that's already developing, right? Just a massive notch there. And you're going to get a new spin up, a new tornado try to form right in there.
And they've just extended that tornado warning for the southern Galveston area.
Okay. So they've just extended that tornado warning that we had for just south of Galveston has been extended all the way to the coast here, and it does now include southern portions of Galveston. Now, the good news is I'm looking at the velocity here, and it's not as concerning. I mean, Stu, Dan, Edgar, tell me if I'm wrong here, but this looks like mostly straight line at this particular point.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
Brady, I'd never tell you you're wrong.
Dan?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a low chance for a tornado there.
Yeah. The much more imminent threat, I would argue, is up here in Texas City. This is where the strongest winds are, and I guarantee you this, that every scan that comes back on this notch right here, this is only going to get more defined, right? So it just got to move over top of the water here quickly here, because there is a chance that it could drop something in the Bolivar.
Bolivar.
The Bolivar Peninsula. Do we have any Bolivar Peninsula, brethren?
What address? What kind of accent is that, bro?
I don't know. I just when I hear Bolivar, it seems very regal and very yes.
Don't check on stream media. Do not. Don't do it.
Oh no. This makes me a little nervous.
Don't do it.
Oh my god. Bro. Dude, someone's got to delete that. Someone in our Discord's got to delete that picture right now.
I can, but I don't want to.
We got to archive that, bro. Archive that right now. That is not good. No, I'm not showing that. No, that is chalked. That is absolutely chalked.
Go join our Discord chat if you want to see it.
Go join our Discord. Don't post that, Stu. That is chalked.
Post it.
No, do not post it. Don't do it.
Just because Edgar said it, I might.
Don't do it.
You
Guys,
can't unsee that.
No, do not.
You at least need to send that to me. I need to see it.
Don't send it.
Send it to me. I promise I won't post it on anything else.
I'm not showing it.
Maybe.
It's gone. Thank you.
No.
Okay. This is we need to lock it. Don't make me play the lock in. Don't make me do it. We need to absolutely lock in right now, chat, because we still have this tornado warning for Galveston. And then just off to the north, we still have this very strong pocket of winds here, about to move through Port Bolivar. So we got to watch these two. You can already see this little green sneaking back up in. I'm telling you guys, this is how these things form. This is how these tornadoes form, is you get this very strong pocket of winds that push, that bulge out, that create this natural notch, the natural notch right there. And then you get, look at this. You already see this kind of green starting to sneak its way up into the storm. And you get the rotation that starts to form right in there. The stronger these winds crank right in here, the stronger these winds will get pulled and sucked up into this notch. And that's when you'll have a tornado that will drop. So what we need for this storm to do, we need it to speed up, right? Because if it continues to take its time here, it could try to move over top of land and then eventually produce something there. But the latest scan is actually good, because the notch up here is disconnected from this down here, which is it's good news. That means your chances of getting a tornado are less likely now, but still something we have to watch pretty closely. See that notch starting to become more well-defined as it tries to connect. If the winds here can connect up in that region, we'll have some very big problems here.
Edgar, I can't send you the photo because you don't have me added on Twitter.
Oh, I don't. Hold on, let me go. I don't even go on Twitter. Hold on. Honestly, I hate that app.
It's X. Here's
X.
Yeah, I know.
The latest power outages here, guys. Like Stu was talking about in Texas, you've got 72,000 people in Texas. That number is starting to climb. I just refreshed it. It was in the 60s a little bit ago. So they're all concentrated here in the southeast portion of Texas. Now, interestingly enough, Kennedy County, actually that's because it's only 370 people. There are thousands in Wharton County here. That was where that very strong storm moved through. And we did see some rotation there as well. Far eastern Texas, this is where the squall line just moved through. That's where we didn't see really much tornadic activity. We did see some strong winds move through. So that wind did knock out power to many people there. Now, we're not talking about hundreds of thousands of people, but we are talking about, oh, God. Timeout. I put in timeout. That's chalked. We are talking about a good amount. We are talking about thousands of people that do not have power from the winds, and this number is going to continue to climb here. I tried to refresh it there. It's the same number right in there. It's chalked. All right. We're going to bring Edgar right back in. All right, you're back. No, Edgar. Oh, no. I can't. I just kicked someone out. This is so chalked. I don't know what just happened. It's so chalked. All right. This stream is going downhill very quickly here. We are going downhill. My buttons aren't working. This is absolutely chalked. I am going to have to stop here at 9, guys. So I do have a pretty hard cutoff here. So I'm going to track these for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to have to stop here. But I will say this, chat, if it is your first time joining us tonight, let me know in chat. I like to know what kind of first timers we have here on the Stormfront Freak Network. We track weather. We have a good time. This is the big weather show. Sometimes we'll go live for severe weather. Sometimes we'll go live before the weather happens. Sometimes we'll go live after the weather happens. You can tell you one thing right now. If you do subscribe to us here on YouTube, incredible. If you don't, smash that subscribe button right now. What I want you to do, pick up your mouse, point it at the subscribe button, and smash it as hard as you possibly can. If you break your mouse, that's right. If you break your mouse, I will buy you a new one. If you send me a picture of a broken mouse, I will buy you an entirely new mouse. You can see, listen, I smashed my mouse already. Okay, it's broken. It's chalked. Exactly. Edgar's got the idea right there. Yes. Smash the button as hard as you can. You break your mouse, I'll give you a new one here. All right, we're locked back in. We just lost about 30 people that were just like, I'm out. What the hell just happened? Chat, if you're having a good time right now in chat, let me know. I want to hear from you in chat. These storms are about to move over top of the Gulf here. So we got just a little bit longer to track these. There will be a nighttime threat, but I do have to run here. So I'm going to we're going to stream as long as I possibly can. But these storms are almost, the most dangerous storms that I was most concerned with are almost over the open waters of the Gulf.
Brady, I'm about to skedaddle myself, sir, but I appreciate you having me on.
Edgar, let's
I appreciate
real quick,
you.
Before you go,
yes.
Is there anything? So Edgar, guys, by the way, for those that don't know, I'm sure all of you do. Edgar has a YouTube channel. And it is absolutely unbelievably amazing. Let's go. Edgar the Storm Chaser.
Appreciate that plug, sir. Yeah. Brady's gonna be in my next video. Yeah, I let my chat make every decision on a storm chase, and we saw 3 tornadoes. One, it was the first ever on Brady's on the Outbreak live stream.
Wow.
It was
massive shout out here to Seymour. Yeah, guys, Edgar's doing something right now that is incredible. He is doing something that is, not a lot of people are doing. Very few people are doing what Brother Edgar is doing. And I would actually say no one is doing what you're doing. His content is incredible. And the editing is unbelievable too, Edgar. I don't know how you do it. The editing
Thank you.
is
I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Insane.
Yeah.
But go over to his YouTube channel. What I want you to do is all 188 of you close out of the stream, go over to his YouTube channel and subscribe, and then come back. Okay.
Yes. Make sure you come back. Make sure you come back. You have to come back.
Right now, get out of the video. We're losing people left and right. They're just closing their tabs.
We'll just pretend that they're going to subscribe to my page right now. That's why we're losing them.
Go subscribe right now. Go subscribe to Edgar's YouTube channel and then come back. But Edgar is unbelievable. The content he puts out is incredible, and you're going to continue to crush it here, brother. Is there any video that you got coming out that you want to plug real quick?
Yeah, just the one that I was talking about where I let my stream decide my chat. Saw 3 tornadoes. It's going to be pretty rad, so you should definitely check that out. It's going to come out probably at the 1st of next week, so yeah. But subscribe. It would mean a ton. It would mean a ton if you subscribe to me. That helps.
There's the button right there, guys. Smash it as hard as you possibly can. Exactly.
Smash. Awesome. Well, thank you again, Brady. Stu, it was amazing. Agent Dan, always great. yeah, I'll make sure that Agent Dan, you got to see that. You definitely make a few highlights on my video as well. So,
well, thank you. It was good to see you, Edgar.
yeah, and that hat is killer, bro. You like make me want to go to like Cuba or something. Like I'm ready to go on a beach when I see that. I'm ready for the sun. I need me one of those hats.
Let's go.
See you guys
right now.
See you,
Edgar.
Nice
Massive
Take
W's
care.
in chat for brother Edgar.
Brady, I'm gonna skedaddle too.
Stu, thank you, my friend. Anything you want to plug?
Just go follow me on Twitter. Stupercell. STUPERCELL on Twitter.
Fantastic. Mods, if you are there, please put that in the chat. It's unbelievable.
See you, Dan. See you, Brady.
See you. Take care.
Stu. All right. Oh, we got Dan full now. Look at that. Beautiful shot of Dan. Here, I'll make you smaller. There we go. There we go.
Perfect.
Now
Thank you.
All right, chat. Well, let's take a look. Let's just take one more look-see at this particular storm here. So, good news is the tornado warning is dropped. So now we have 0 tornado warnings here. Absolutely 0 warnings across the entire U.S. So we're going to get you through a majority of that. Galveston, though. Galveston's getting hammered right now with a pretty, not unbelievably nasty storm, but a decently nasty storm. Winds could potentially gust at 60, maybe 70. The good news is the strongest winds are moving offshore. So Port Boulevard and then Jamaica Beach as well just got hammered with winds 60 to 70 miles an hour here. The good news is, though, it does look like the tornado threat as the storms move. I tell you what, Port Boulevard got absolutely hammered up here. I mean, that's a hammer job.
Yeah, and that's not hammered in a good way.
No, it is not. Teneki Hessler, welcome to, wow, we got a bunch of people joining the channel. Let's go. Massive shout outs. If you are a new subscriber, let me know in chat. I'd love to hear from you. Welcome to our community, okay? We've got a great little epic community here on YouTube. This is also Jamaica Beach, Port Boulevard got hammered with these winds. And the good news is, though, is they're moving offshore as we speak. So the worst of it is it's only going to get better from here on out in Texas. And let's just go to the broad view here. I'm going to show you what we got cooking because we do have a significant amount of severe thunderstorm warnings. And just going to take a look at the reflectivity here. This is the broad picture here. So Oklahoma, you're good. The storms are weakening. Maybe still some lightning. Still a decent chance. Maybe getting a spin up tonight. But for the most part, you should be okay here in Oklahoma. This is where all the action is going to be tonight in Louisiana and in Texas. Although the line of storms is basically moving out of Texas as we speak. So by the time this stream is done, Texas, you'll be in the all clear. You're pretty much in the all clear right now, except for in Houston and far southeastern, really Galveston. Louisiana, this is your main event here. Things are going to pick up. All of these storms that just moved through Texas are now moving towards you guys. Right now, we have 0 tornado warnings. That could change tonight. And you're going to continue to see little notches that try to form in this line and try to spin up. And that is absolutely potentially going to be an issue here. We did get the tornado watch. Look at how big this watch is. This watch basically covers the entire eastern portion of Louisiana, except for New Orleans is in this new tornado watch. So this tornado watch is going to go till 3 a.m. tonight. So that is for this area right in here, Baton Rouge, Monroe. This is just getting started for you guys. I'm not expecting a widespread tornado outbreak. This is not going to be Armageddon. Okay, this is not going to be the end of the world by any means, but if you do live in Louisiana, you absolutely could get a couple of spin-ups tonight as this line continues moving off to the east. The much more widespread threat, most of you guys won't see a tornado. Some of you will, some of you might, but most of you will just see strong winds, heavy rain, and lightning. And that's exactly what's going on in this line right now as you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 severe thunderstorm warnings with 0 tornado warnings. So that will be what will happen for the rest of the afternoon, the rest of the evening here for our Louisiana brethren. Mostly just wind, maybe a little bit of small hail, and a lot of lightning, and then occasionally a couple of tornado warnings that'll pop up with maybe a touchdown or two. But we're not talking about anything long track. We're not talking anything about, shouldn't be violent. We shouldn't be talking about EF3 plus. Should be on the weaker end. Still enough to be aware of. Have a way to get weather warnings. And just be aware. Have your phone. Sleep with your phone next to you if you're in Louisiana tonight. And even into portions of Mississippi. Very, very into the early morning hours. Dan, did I miss anything?
No, but now might also be a good time to look into getting an all hazards weather radio.
That's right. Dan, where can you get that from?
I understand Midland makes a really good one.
Oh, I agree. I would absolutely agree with that, Dan. Midland makes a fantastic weather radio. So please go check them out because they're an epic. I think they give us some weather radios here too on the Stormfront Freaks Network. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I believe they sponsor our communication.
Yeah, they do. Fantastic. All right, the last poll of the stream. Do you like the spin and slide or just the spin? Or just the slide. Wow, 228 votes here. The spin and slide got 47%. Okay, so it's this. It's a little hard to slide and spin at the same time.
It's like a magic trick. You're like disappearing.
Yeah. I like the slide though. I'll be honest. I like the slide a lot better than the spin. Just going to be honest here. Oh no. DoorDash.
What's for dinner?
I don't know. That's what I was going to do last. Chat, it's time to break out the DoorDash. Let's see. Weed BBQ. Chat, help me out. What should I get for dinner? While I do that, we're going to do a little DJ. We're going to end on a banger here. Let's play this one. Oh, yeah. It's Saturday night. Let's get the vibes up in the chat. I want you to tell me where I should eat from. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah! What should I get? What should I get? Ah, let's go. Let's get the hype going. Oh. Saturday night, it's time to party! What I want you guys to do, put your hands up in the air if you're having a good night. The vibes are high, and I am hungry. Oh my goodness. Vibe with me, chat. What a stream. We tracked tornadoes. We tracked hail. We tracked wind. We had Edgar and Stu and Dan. It was an unbelievable time. Put your hands up. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, the vibes are high. Shake Shack. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dan, this is an absolute banger, my friend. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. One more drop. One more drop. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my goodness. Woo! All right. That was lit. That was very lit, chat. All right, Dan. Well, that was fun. Were you dancing, Dan?
Oh my goodness, I couldn't stop.
Fantastic. All right, let's see. What do I want? Can't dance? Guys, everyone can dance, okay? Every single person can dance. Chat, how was tonight? How was tonight? Was tonight lit? What do we think? Let me know in chat. Did you have a good time tonight? I thought it was a good time. Dan, did you have a good time?
I had an amazing time. I spent
fantastic.
Valentine's Day with all of my favorite friends.
I know. And Carol.
And Carol.
It was an absolute banger. It was. Chat. We're here in the chat screen. We're here in the mountains. Let me know what you thought of tonight. I want to get my DoorDash ready to roll. The chat was vibing. The chat was absolutely vibing. We were rolling. Absolutely rolling. And Dan, guys, Dan, Edgar, Stu, they crushed it. They absolutely crushed it. Unbelievable. Guys, massive shout out to everyone in chat that donated, everyone in chat that became a member, everyone in chat that subscribed, everyone, all of you beautiful people here. All of our mods. It was absolutely unbelievable. All right, we are going to raid someone as well.
And a huge shout out to you, Brady, because you always bring it.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind, Brother Dan. All right, let's raid someone. We're going to raid, let's see. Who do we want to raid, chat? Do you want to raid Chaser? We got Paige. Who else is live? Chat, do you want to raid? You want me to raid a Chaser, or you want me to raid a guy in the studio? Let's see. All right, chat has spoken. All right, here we go. We're raiding. Chat, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining Dan tonight. It was an unbelievable night. We tracked these storms as they push through Texas. And if you are in Louisiana, have a way to get weather warnings. Oh my goodness, this was a special edition of the big weather show. Normally we don't go live for outbreaks. We did tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're going to raid Paige. Dan, any final thoughts, brother? Oh no.
Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us and enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day and stay safe.
You too. You too, dude. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And massive shout out to Carol. Massive shout out to Carol, who Dan and Carol, I think we might have to, you got a Valentine out there, Dan. It's Carol. It's unbelievable. And massive shout out to Carly and Kara and Darlene and Art Patterson and Nathan and Connor, chalked. That's unbelievable. Andy and Carol and Nate and Seymour, who all donated. And don't forget about Jennifer. And also Kevin, who gave via PayPal, which goes right. YouTube doesn't take any of that. So massive shout out. If you ever have a big donation like that, always give through the PayPal because YouTube will take a third of it. But for the small stuff, I love the donos from every single person. It was an unbelievable night. And a massive shout out to all of our members, all of our subscribers, all of our mods, and every single one of you in the chat. It was an unbelievable night. Dan has got an unbelievable hat. All of you have a great, great weekend. From Stormcat 5 and Dan and Stu and Edgar and all of us here on the Stormfront Freak Network. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Gotta get really close to the mic for this one. I call this tornadoes in southeast Texas. The sky turned green down by the coast. Humidity thick like a southern ghost. Radar lit up red and gold. Supercells forming bold and cold. Dan stepped in a steady tone. Rotation tightening, that hook's well grown. Stu zoomed in, velocity so bright. He said that culprit's strong, oh that's not just hype. Edgar leaned in with a serious stare. Low level shear is loaded down there. Storm tops punching into the night. Texas, oh yeah, about to take flight. Tornado watches across the land. Southeast Texas take a bloody stand. Wind and hail and twister spin. This is where the storms begin. Lightning cracks in a jagged line. Warnings pop in county in time. Rain wraps tight in the southern flank. Yeah, that mezzo's tightening, no blank. Dan calls out debris signature. Stu replies, yeah, that's it for sure. Edgar tracks the storm's next move. Communities east need improve. Tornado watches, sirens cry. The cloud base is lowering in the sky. Oh my goodness, it was hype. Oh, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Dan, sing.